later, you know, you have more of a draft ready, but if you pick it first, then everybody knows what's coming, so they can prepare for it better. Sometimes that happens with heroes where they are often second picked, and then at some point they get second phase banned, so you feel like you have to pick them first, but then you can prepare for it so much. Speaking of preparing, you can very rarely prepare properly against a Tiny.
I think they got a good start. Venge is always, I think, a very good matchup because of the minus armor capability.
But the stuns are gonna do almost nothing against them. Spike Carapace is gonna be great though.
Yeah, I think Tiny, once he gets like all 3 points in grow, yeah, it's gonna be pretty rough. But the thing is, Venge is gonna fight at you at level like 12. So,
you know, TNC in the previous series that we saw against Fnatic, they had a tough time setting tempo. They struggled with that, I felt.
Yep.
And Vengeful Spirit is a hero that does need a bit of tempo. Do you feel like they'll be more comfortable against Happy Feet to do that?
I'm not sure.
Or is that a normal problem for TNC?
Yeah, I'm not sure if comfortable is the right word. I think they just have to do that because at the rate that this lineup is looking, if they don't set that tempo, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. I am assuming this is a 1 Venge, a 4 Nyx, and a 5 Ogre. Obviously, that could be a 3 Nyx, and then that could be 3, 4, 5 where you're looking. So TNC does have a little bit of flexibility depending on what they want against Tiny.
5 seconds.
Yeah, and the next pick is going the way of TNC.
Ice Stalker, by the way, has a 70% win rate.
Wow.
Out of 70 games.
That is 70 games, 70%. That's really high.
Double check on that.
Oh, I believe you.
Sorry, 30 games.
Still
30 games.
Still a high win rate with that.
Yeah.
And they get themselves a sniper. It's an interesting one. What kind of build do you feel Tiny is going to go for? Because if he goes for Blink, that Tiny is dead. That Tiny is dead, I mean the sniper is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, we've seen this matchup in the DreamLeague a couple of times, right? Where the sniper just, even if he gets Hurricane Pike, he still has trouble being ran at by the Tiny.
Did we see this in the EG series? Was that it?
It could be, because we've seen...
EG Cole?
Probably.
No, I think mid or feed was the sniper team.
Mid or feed?
Is what I remember.
I mean, I write all the things down, so let me find out.
We did have a couple of mid or feed games.
We did.
But Queen of Pain here.
We did have, mid or feed versus Na'Vi game 1, Sniper versus Crystallized, Cancel Sniper versus Crystallized Tiny. Na'Vi won that game though.
That's the Na'Vi Tiny, right?
Yep. And yeah, Crystallized ended up in a godlike streak. And the status resistance was just too much. Even though it wasn't necessarily on the Sniper, that one. That was just they couldn't lock down the Tiny. The game lasted fairly long. But it seems like that is a common problem when facing a Tiny. And especially the games that we've seen today where both of these teams, if they don't come across out of the lanes real like dominant, then the tempo is going to be fairly slow for the mid game, I think. And that just favors Tiny above all else. As we have a Weaver ban on the side of TNC. And the last ban for Happy Feet is being thought about right now. What do you think about the Queen of Pain?
5 seconds remaining.
The Queen Pain is going to have a little bit of issue in the lanes versus the Sniper, but I think what she's meant to do in the mid game is to have a very reliable way to get into the Sniper and blow him up.
10 seconds.
This is definitely not a free co-op game, unlike what we saw earlier, though.
Yeah, far from it.
It's very scary blinking into, so far, 3 potential stuns, or heroes with stuns right now, and then Spike Carapace is always something that you have to worry about.
Yeah, and unlike Tiny, you don't have status resist very high.
In fact, when you're farming as a Queen of Pain, Bat Rider is the final ban here. When you're farming with Queen of Pain, to blow your Queen of Pain, like, the nightmare is Nyx is standing right next to you, activate Spike. And, you know, you get him pretty good.
Radiant team are now picking. Clockwork.
You do indeed. That is a dead Queen of Pain if you got some form of backup there, which normally Nyx Assassin will have. Or even if that is a 3-position Nyx Assassin, he might be able to do that by himself. And we don't know yet where that Nyx Assassin is going to go. We do have a Bat Rider ban from Happy Feet that's indicating that they are expecting the Nyx Assassin to be support and the Vengeful Spirit to be a core.
Okay. It's time
so that we are still looking for an offlaner, looking for that Sam H hero on the side of TNC.
You want a hero that could stand in the front line and command a ton of attention. I hear my casters screaming Tie Hunter.
They are screaming Tie Hunter.
Which is definitely not bad.
No. There's a clockwork for Happy Feet. And that means they are still liking the clockwork as a 3 position, I guess, here as well.
Night Stalker could be a 3,
It's
depending
true.
on how they feel about that. I think I prefer Night Stalker as a 3 and Clock as a 4, but another hero that they could think about TNC is the Darkseer.
Ooh.
It's going to be a CK, so it is going to be a Nyx 3.
I mean, if you get a 4-second stun and there's some status resist, how many seconds of stun do you have?
Doesn't matter because he's going to be dead. Because Tiny has 0 armor, and then you make
Fair
illusions and you just reality him.
Unless
Rubik.
you get avalanched.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on who stuns who first.
Yeah, it gets an initiation.
Rubik's going to have a very tough time as well.
There's a lot of stuns to steal though.
Yeah.
But you do end up dying a lot, I guess. A little bit of a squishy hero. Alright, so the draft is done. We already thought that TNC had the upper hand coming into this. Feel like that's still the case based on this draft, Charlie?
I'm gonna go TNC.
TNC's got a ton of stuns. I think Clockwork's going to give Sniper a little bit of trouble in the lanes, but they should recover in the mid game.
Alright, TNC for me as well. That is 3 TNC. Let's see if Happy Feet can prove us wrong. It is over to ODPixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yeah, the final series of the day. It is time for TNC versus Happy Feet. I'm ODPixel. I'm joined by Fog. We've seen the lineup, the panel. They seem to really like what TNC's got going on here. Would you agree, Fogged, or what do you reckon about these two?
I did like the CK last pick a lot better than the actual Tide Hunter for team fight. Gives them more late game so they don't have to just rely on that sniper. It's also a pretty good matchup versus the Tiny as long as Tiny doesn't get super farmed and out of control. So you don't have to worry about that cleave. That's only the real thing they have to deal with the CK illusions. Sure, Queen of Pain can, but the other 3, Rubik, Night Stalker, Clockwork, they do not deal with Phantasm well whatsoever. So I like the adjustment that they made to be able to put that Vengeful Spirit on the support. And now they have 2 buffers, 2 buffing heroes for Sniper. Vengeful Aura, Bloodlust on a Sniper and a CK. Sounds pretty good to me for TNC. However, I haven't seen...
30 seconds.
I don't think Tiny's lost here at DreamLeague.
Nah.
Right?
No, I think
It has 100% win rate here.
It's definitely got a crazy win rate, I'm sure. I don't know if we've got... Is Nox in today?
Nox, I don't think Nox is awake right now. It's way too early
Nox,
for Nox.
stat guy, if you're there, stat guy, give us some stat about that.
I think I can check really quick.
He might be in, I don't know.
I think I can check.
But yeah,
Let's see.
we could do our own stats. We don't need you, Nox.
We don't need Nox. I just get false stacks though, and Nox always yells at me. He's like, "That's not true. You."
Well, they grab the runes for 2. Ben-Hur actually able to grab 2 bounty runes to start off the game. Feels pretty good for the Queen of Pain.
Tiny lost 1 game. Okay.
He lost 1 game.
90% win rate on Tiny in DreamLeague so far.
Alright.
But that's pretty high. But we are looking at TNC and looking their lineup anyway versus that Tiny since they have the CK minus armor and like we said the buff up from the Ogre as well as the Venge. Wave of Terror can be pretty obnoxious as well for Tiny. I like what Sam H is doing again as well as that offlane Nyx Assassin. Take a look at that. He just loves pulling that offlane into the secondary creep wave so he can get that big deny and get that lane advantage because otherwise he can suffer a bit. So it is an aggro tri-lane from Happy Feet to try to shut down this CK. I think this is where 1437, after throwing maybe 1 more Ignite, pop the Clarity, run toward that bottom lane. I think the damage will have been done already in that mid.
Yeah, Sniper certainly get that set up to have a very good start against the Queen of Pain. And certainly is one of those matchups that if the Sniper does get a level or so ahead, it can be hard for the Quap to lane against once those shrapnels come online.
Yep.
Got to be careful how you play that lane as the Quap. You can't get too aggressive.
Yeah, 1437 still just sticking around the mid lane. I mean, they're just going to sack Raven for a bit then. I don't know.
I mean, nasty lane indeed for Ben.
Yeah.
Managed to get a dagger out. 8 for 5 against the 0 for 0 because of this Ogre harassment. What's that? It's like, what, 2 clean waves just completely controlled by TNC in the mid lane.
I guess they're just going to play around the other 2 lanes and just let the CK get sacked a tiny bit. He's farming under the tower anyway. And they're probably assuming that they can force some reactions. Like, there's 2 different ways to deal with that, right? It's either you force reactions or you go to the lane. So 1-4-3-7 wants to just force reactions.
Down bottom. Dragging in Rappy. They got the stun as well. Magic missile to follow up. Raven looking for the block off. Rappy, can he get himself out of there? He's trying to run.
They've got one more hit. The Wave of Terror 2 after.
And the mango.
They can go for it
Another
here.
stun. And as you say, Wave of Terror's... Oh, they've...
Oh, it's not enough.
Raven has to back off for now. The turnaround, maybe. Jules comes in with the cogs. Battery, so it's being split between the 2 of them, but Raven's falling low. He's trying to get out of there. He will be fine. Jules also falling low. Raven turns. He's got another rift. He's trying his best, but the fairy fire's out for Jules. Jules survives.
Tim's hit a creep there by accident.
Oh, I'll tell you, hasn't it, a creep? I'm still waiting for this quap to get a CS fogged.
Oh, yeah, he's got 0, huh?
He's got 0 and 0.
Oh, my.
It's a tough time for Ben. Come on, Ben. I just want to see one. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, no, no.
He might just die.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness. If that was a headshot proc, he actually would have been slain. Top lane.
There we go. Moving in onto Sam H. And we'll grab it, drag him back. Spike Carapace is out. Trying to play around this, but with the tree up, Trex's got a lot of punch. Happy feet. Can they get this kill? Stick charges come through. Sam H with the stun.
He's pretty tanky now. He's good.
Trying his best with the body blocks, but it's not going to happen.
Woo.
I feel like we need notes, because I want to know what's the longest time in a game that the mid laner has not got a CS, you know what I mean? Because we're 3.5 minutes in, and he's 0-0. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that before, where he literally has no CS. Not even one.
That is,
Here we go.
yeah, it's really not good for... Really not good for
He's
Happy
not
Feet.
getting any anytime soon, because the Ogre's back in the mid lane.
Yeah.
Like this, surely... I don't know. Like, the fact that mid lane's gone that badly for Happy Feet, how do they come back from a... Come on, Ben. This is it.
He's gonna get one.
Oh!
Nope. Nope.
Oh!
Bloodlusted
Oh,
sniper.
no.
Too much damage. Too much attack
That's
speed.
the CS. Come on, Ben.
He got it.
Yes! Ben's got it. He's back in the game. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for Ben. But it is 19-16 against the now 2-for-1.
Yeah, 19-16.
That is such
sniper
a
last
difference.
hits with a DD rune now.
Oh.
Oh, Ben gets another one. He's got 3.
Outdoing himself here, Ben.
That being said, though, Night Stalker, Rappy, getting very solid farm. We've seen what Night Stalkers can do with the first nighttime, and this time it is a core one, so he really needs to build him up. Ben-Hur needs a pause.
He needs a pause.
He's like, sec. That's like, guys, I really need it.
He does. Let's chill out.
Maybe with the rotation here from Jules. They
I
can
mean, he
maybe-
needs it. He's had no out at all in the mid lane.
If they can just go for a kill, that can be it, but, I mean, he's level 4 in comparison to the 3 Queen of Pain, Ben-Hur. Struggling. God bless you. Anytime, man. He's back.
I'm back. It's so 0-0. So far, no kills.
Pretty surprising that there's no kills, too. Thought bottom would die. You right, mate?
Oh, sorry.
Need a tissue?
I'm
got a
good.
couple over here.
I'm good.
You good? All right.
What a start to the game. I mean, this sniper, he's going to be big.
He's gonna be massive. They do have the clockwork, like Lumi was saying. He can get caught out a little bit in the laning phase, but at the current situation that it is looking at, Cuckoo should be just fine as long as he doesn't get caught too far up in the river. He shouldn't get punished by this clockwork. But here comes the Shadow Strike. Cuckoo getting baited. Jules commits in, gets the cogs. Cuckoo's pretty tanky though.
I mean, Cuckoo could turn
He's
and
got a
hit.
DD.
Yeah, just turn and peep them. Jules has to back up. He can't stick around any longer than that.
Rubik now. Jesse Bash wanting to join the fray. Puts down the ward. Ben-Hur blinks in.
He's blinked in.
He's baiting.
He is. The Rubik is there, as you say. Backup's there from 1437. Taking down the sniper would be pretty huge. They're throwing everything in at Cuckoo.
Even Rappy
4
TP's in.
heroes coming mid. They're like, guys, the
there's 7
sniper is severely outlaning me. We have to kill him. I don't think they're not going to be able to.
That
The
was
backup's there.
Strategical pause. That's what he was telling his team. He's like, all right,
I
guys,
guess
bring
so.
4. We can get him. Now, there is a shrine available, and both teams will run to scurry to that one. And for the efficiency shrines, they will be done. Both used at the same time. And this alleviates pressure from Raven, who has completely caught back up in last hits. 25-3 for the Chaos Knight. He's feeling happy. Cuckoo has no shrapnel charges for the time being now. So So we'll have to be careful to those upcoming ganks. I think they should put him a lane ward either on the right side to watch the clockwork rotations or just one to watch from above. On either side would be nice coming out from the Ogre.
Yes.
How's our Nyx? Our Nyx Assassin's doing well too versus a Tiny.
Yep, he's getting the summon out that way.
Yep. Pretty tough.
17 for 4.
Tough lane. He gets hit by the tree. Pretty hard.
He's pretty beefy though.
Yeah.
Unlikely to be bursted down. And this 1v1 as it is, it's now going to turn into a 2v1. As Tims will turn up and force ranks to back up a bit and can put a bit of pressure on. This Tiny's been getting a lot of farm up top. Yeah, so a little bit of pressure would be nice for TNC.
First nighttime though is going to go by and Rappy's still unable to find anything. He's just going to go back to farming as this Night Stalker.
Not the dream at all.
No.
You say you want to do something early on this NS.
We've seen the offlane Night Stalkers take over the game in the first few minutes, so. How's our supports looking? So level 3s on the supports on Happy Feet, level 4 on Ogre, and he does place that side ward as well to watch the Clockwork's movements. I do like those wards. It's exactly what I was mentioning before. Just be able to watch and protect the sniper who's having such a dominant laning phase.
Shoving that lane in as well, Ben.
They want to try for some kind of dive. It looks bottom. They're looking for Raven. Other TP's support's going to happen. Sam H is going to be the first one.
Here comes the Nyx Assassin. Bit of his mana drain. Telekinesis for Jesse Vash. Raven tries for the pullback with a Rift. Can't quite get it. Jesse Vash into the tree line. Will be fine for now.
That drop stun, very nicely placed by Jesse to prevent that reality rift from happening.
I'm going to try now. Drag him back in Rappy. He is a big target. They've got the follow through stun. Do they have the damage with the Fire Blast? They should do so. Rappy pops the stick charges. Out comes the Phantasm. Raven ready to fight, trying to get the Rift. But as he flaps his way over the tree line, Rappy's going to make it out. And Jabz, he'll be the new target. Raven drags him in instead. And finally, 8 minutes in, the first blood has fallen.
That's Jules, but yes, Jules does that.
What am I saying?
You said Jabz.
Oh.
It's okay. That's Mineski.
They've
got very similar names.
I'm from here. I'm watching this screen from a mile off. Yeah. I see like the J and the Z.
That's true.
I get confused. It's early in the morning. Still waiting.
Jules again.
Oh.
He's dead.
Okay.
He died instantly back to back. Quick respawn time though. He's on level 3. Sam H with that DD. Mid lane. Cuckoo just using Assassinate over and over again. Keeps canceling it. He wants Ben-Hur to eat that shot, and he does.
Ben's coming back in on this. Got to be a little careful.
Oh, look at that. Cuckoo tried to throw the shrapnel on the back lines too. Tims, just in the meanwhile, has been in a 1v1 versus that Tiny up top, but yeah, here we see the smoke coming out. Rappy does have darkness available. They are looking to punish this sniper. Cuckoo is salving up in the mid. He's got an Ogre to defend him, but I don't think it's going to be enough for this triple rotation.
Cuckoo standing very, very far over on the enemy territory. Did not expect this smoke rotation to come in at all, and Cuckoo will be taken down. 1437, also getting tossed in by X-Rag as Jules picks up a double kill. As quickly as he dies on the bottom lane, comes back into the game mid, and yeah, that smoke catching TNC vastly off guard. They did not position themselves in any way to expect that.
And he gets the D ward. That was a very nice smoke coming out from them, using that darkness right away while it's up. And they smoke again. They're looking to continue this action.
See where they can head towards. Cuckoo's TPing back in mid lane.
They want Cuckoo
If they can do it a second time.
It is going to be daytime though for 2 more minutes, so it's a lot harder without that Night Stalker movement speed and flight and attack speed. And Ben-Hur has actually just switched to the bottom lane. He's like, I've had enough of this sniper.
I don't know if this lane's going to be any nicer. If they can get any sort of stun from Fog.
No, he's also just going to suffer in the last hits. Chaos Knight has a solid 20 over him. Sam H is looking for Jesse. They've got the sniper coming in with the Assassinate too soon. Cuckoo throws it out. Bang!
Bullseye.
Thanks for standing still.
Hey, I thought you used to swear, didn't he? Did they change that? Or is it a different voice line?
I think it's a different one.
Oh, feels bad. Bottom
And now
lane.
bottom. This Rappy shows bottom.
Bam! Dragged in,
Quickly
taken
blown
down. Raven. Killing spree for that, man. Mid lane. Shrapnel into the stun for Sam H. Is it enough to bring him down? They've got the
snipe.
Assassinate. Pew!
Oh!
Not enough.
8 HP. That's very close, though. I mean, he just showed up back there, and he has to go back to base.
Is under attack.
3 cores on the side of TNC at the top of the net worth. Only the Tiny is separating it. And now they've turned this bottom kill into a tower push. Raven will have that armlet finished up at an extremely early time. That's painful.
Jules.
Jules pulled in.
Drag back. Look at the stun.
Lots of
A
TP
little
rotation.
DP, yeah. TNC have to be careful. Jump forward from Ben Hur. Yeah, they're going to have the fantastic pop of Raven. And Ben has jumped in. He's been dragged back. There is the avalanche buying some space for Ben. He's trying to turn, but the stun comes down onto 2. Ben, he's down. They've lost the quap. Sam H is moving deep in the tree line, looking for vision for more. They've brought in the sniper as well, TNC. Raven turns towards the tower. They'll take that one, and then they'll look for kills. The shrapnel giving them the vision in the tree line. Can they get the lockdown? They've got their eyes on Extract. There's the magic missile. They need a bit more to come in if they want to take down that Tiny, though, as Extract will be fine for now. Raven Terror gets thrown out. Extract a little too far away. Raven was trying to get a rift from the sidelines.
They were trying to find the clockwork, too, because they're like, where the hell did he go? But he actually just ended up TPing out. So.
3k gold lead now for TNC. Ravens, sorry, and Cuckoo just keeping at the top. 4.9k, 4.4k. Jules, he's got his eyes on Tim's. Arcane Marine, that's mine. Tim's takes it. Got the first stun. I'm going to bother throwing out another. That's got quite the damage there. Raven, he's got the armlet complete now.
Yeah, he can look to start getting aggressive with this team. He's actually gone for the 2 points in the stun. I wonder if he's going to now go back for leveling up Chaos Strike. I've seen people switch between both, either maxing stun or maxing the passive, depending on how they want to play. Either play more of the ganking style or just play that farming jungler to get the big lifesteal procs from the crits.
Radiant's middle
Time
tower
to shrine
is
up
under
and
attack.
go, see TNC. They grab the smoke.
He's going for the Chaos Strike, leveling up now. So 2 points of stun was enough. They just wanted to get kills in the lanes.
Is under attack. Radiant are
Now
scanning.
they're looking to press that advantage with farm. They ping out the mid tower. Looks like that wants to be the one that they go for here. They kind of want to avoid Happy Feet when it is nighttime a bit. That is the only problem is during night, Happy Feet's still quite strong around that darkness
Is under attack.
from the Night Stalker. But anyone they find from TNC, they can definitely pick off here while they're going for this tower push. And with that double steroid, as we mentioned previously, the Venge and the Bloodlust being thrown onto the sniper, he deals quite a lot of damage. Behind the tower, TNC, they are looking for somebody. Jules might be the culprit here. They see him for
Flash shows. Yeah, Sam sees a chance to stun.
Radiant's
Let's go for it. But their player's safe. Clock backs back towards the tower.
Tower trade.
And they get the tower. And they are around the pit.
Radiant's
A
top
little
tower
risky
is under
to go
attack.
for it as is. They probably want to do so when they've taken a few more towers, at least a tier 1 top, and shut off this area of the map. As Happy Feet have got decent fight around the pit, for sure. The hook shot, avalanche, and Queen of Pain combo. It's a lot of AoE.
They still need time to be able to get this Queen of Pain to catch back up, though. He is very underfarmed still, 3,800 net worth, below the off-lane Nyx
Radiant's
Assassin
middle tower is under
from
attack.
TNC.
Dire's top
Mid lane,
tower is under
there's going to be a
attack.
battle.
Sandwich with the setup with the sentries down.
Oop.
They see him.
He knows. Jesse Vash now in an awkward position here.
Yeah, they'll turn with the stun. Oh, can't quite get it. Now get the lift off. Sam H falling low. More TP's coming in now. He turns, gets the 2-man stun. He's still alive for now. They'll put the Sonic Wave, and that will get the kill onto Sam. 1-for-1 trade.
Raven and Tim's both canceled their TP, so now they're going to dive 1-4-3-7 here.
Oh, and they'll get themselves a second, trapping the Ogre with the battery assault. 2 kills for Happy Feet.
As soon as they see those TPs get canceled, they know they can go for those dives.
Find a tier 1 top for the Happy Feet, as well as the 2 kills. They should find themselves a tier 1 middle.
They should be very happy with those couple of trades. Rappy gets sniped, we'll be fine. It's way above the kill threshold.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
6-for-4, 2k lead for TNC, but not too tough for Happy Feet to turn around. The Tiny is getting bigger and bigger.
Yep. Gone for the Echo Saber build. And the experience as well is it's fairly close. Happy Feet are doing a good job of keeping it up. The CK is very underleveled here, since they kept him in a full tri-lane for the most part. Only level 9 on Raven. Both him and Tim's are actually the same level. the Vengeful Spirit as well as that CK. They were trying to go for Ben-Hur.
That's a hard catch. Unless they get that stun from the trees. They are now finished with that.
They are seeing where Cuckoo's positioned right now, farming those Ancients, since they have that very deep aggressive ward coming out from Happy Feet near those Ancients. But daytime hits.
Dire's top tower.
They do have
is under
darkness
attack.
available, but it makes it much harder for them to try to go for any of these type of situations. Sam H position bottom. He's just gonna harass the Tiny a bit.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Carapace to the toss. Good amount of harassment.
Yeah, Tiny looking for this full
Dire
sort of
are scanning.
active build with the use of the Echo Saber into the Shadow Blade,
Okay.
Blink Dagger. So none of this sort of treads S and YAC that we're seeing
Rabbi
being
was-
the more favourable build.
Yeah, Rabbi was trying to farm top. Scans just below there because he feels like there's a threat coming in. He does catch it onto TNC there. So nice little play there by Rabbi, saving his own life with the scan.
Whoa,
Hook shot.
Jules! Can he do it? I think he's going to have a good shot at it.
The
Sam
drums.
H.
He's got the movement speed.
okay.
Or does he?
That's your fault.
He walked back in. Just be careful. He's okay now. Rocket. Earn. Sam H.
He's hunting.
The cog. Oh.
Good CP out for Nyx.
That was close. That would have been very bad for TNC. Losing the offlaner to a Clockwork support. Not ideal.
TNC is a 4-man.
They drew this line like about a minute and a half ago that they wanted to be able to pressure top tower. And 1437 now placing his wards that he likes to place near that shrine. Just to be able to see those rotations. They see the Tiny rotating in.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they know that Queen of Pain is bottom too, so they know they can keep contesting this tower quite nicely.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And they will take this tower. Or will they? There's Happy Feet. They're trying to fight. They get the lift onto the Vengeful Spirit. Swap it back. That's one down. Happy Feet now on the retreat. They've got to be careful how they take this. They've got the Phantasm. They'll drag back in the Night Stalker. They'll take one down. Stunning Wave flies through from Ben-Hur. Raven falling low with a hook shot forward from Jules. Raven's in trouble. He'll try and only toggle his way out of this one, but it ain't going to work. 2 down on TNC. Happy Feet defend. Keep that tier 2 alive. Sam H with the wraparound. Does have Vendetta. Does he really want to go back in? It's a little risky. He's going to try it here. And does have the damage from Cuckoo. But the Shadow Amulet, but the Sentry is down along with the Assassinate to finish off the Tiny. They will be able to punch back and get that kill on the carry of Happy Feet.
Happy Feet has so many different gap closers. Queen of Pain Blink, Tiny Toss, Clockwork, Night Stalker. Many different ways to just get on top of the side of TNC. Man, Tim's is so high level on this Vengeful Spirit. He's still the same level as his Nyx Assassin and Chaos Knight on this Vengeful. Level 11.
And has he got the Solar Crest complete?
He went for Arcane Boots.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Arcane Boot. You tend to want to have at least one Arcane Boot carrier when you're playing with CK on your team.
Sure.
And any of them, anyone who you can get it is very ideal. They actually have 2. They have one on Sam H as well. But that'll be very helpful for them in these engagements. Surprised to see him not level this. Maybe one more point in the stun, but he just wants to focus on the auras to buff up, get that steroid going as we've been mentioning a few times. TNC, they've got the Echo Saber on Raven. They've got all this minus armor for the Roche. This should be a pretty quick one. And it does get dropped down in a very fast pace with all that minus armor. Raven will pick that one up. Almost a Hurricane Pike. Well, not almost. Relatively close for Cuckoo. Hurricane Pike going to be very necessary. They need as many 4-steps as possible, as usual, versus Clockwork. Haven't seen what Sam H is going to purchase just yet, though. I'd imagine it would be something along like a Blink or a 4-step. And Sam H walks into the Ancient stack. Got a Sentry. He will scurry away, though. The dust.
He's been dusted, that Ben. He's got the vision. Ooh, Tossage getting help back there by the stun. And with that, Sam H. Ooh, he's not going to make it. Not going to make it. Very close indeed. Get the Spirit Vessel picked up now on the clockwork.
That can be nice versus CK. Avoid that lifesteal that you get from the Chaos Strike. And just a lot of damage as well versus these high-strength heroes. And here we go. The smoke coming out. They've got the Shadow Blade on Tiny too.
Raven, that's the big one if they can get this. They open up on him. They've got the combo. Raven getting bursted down low, but Tim's with the save. Swapping him out. Will keep Raven alive. Pays with his own life, of course, but what a save there from Tim's. Getting Raven back to base on minuscule health. That's the save they need to pull out. They have to keep Raven at the top.
Yep, they just pinged out Jules as well. They saw him go a little bit deeper, so they do expect a ward maybe to be on that high ground, but Jules actually put in a pretty sneaky spot far there on the left, as you can see. So Sam H does go for the Force Staff as expected versus the clock. I was wondering if he might just go for the Blink Dagger to be that initiator, but it's just too useful to have those as many forces as possible versus that clock. And Blink will be the next item of choice for Raven to be able to close that gap. Just the build that we've been seeing lately on the Chaos Knights. Get that Blink, Echo Saber, Armlet, and then go into that Heart or BKB, whichever one you deem more necessary. Another Force Staff, the Hurricane Pike almost on Sniper.
And the Blink for Raven as well, so he can look to try and get those jumps onto like the squishy core, like the Queen of Pain. If they could take out the Queen of Pain at the start, that would be nice for TNC.
They have a lot of tools for it. So many different disables, as the panel was mentioning. And they have an Nyx, which makes it a lot easier. And smoke comes out. They're looking for a fight. Still nighttime for a bit. Don't know if Happy Feet's going to expect this one. Jules' position on the high ground.
Oh, the explosive spell, but they'll find him with a Wave of Terror straight in. And they'll get the catch. Good awareness there with that Wave of Terror, knowing that someone would be hiding in those trees.
Ben-Hur has to be careful here. Does get the blink away just in time. So Raven has queued up the Heart next. Doesn't feel like he needs a BKB. Sam H on the prowl. He's looking for anybody here. Raven, Sam H.
Oh, again. Jesse. Diving deep, but paying off. Power of the Blink Dagger CK. Yeah. So many ways to get involved in that action. Farming the kills to get yourself towards the heart. No need to hit creeps anymore.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Rappy as this off lane Night Stalker. He does have 7 assists, but he's 0 and 2. He's not having the impact he really would like as a core NS in comparison to the Nyx Assassin on the opposing team, who is giving a lot of information for TNC. He's just constantly running around in Vendetta.
Players here.
Down bottom. TNC coming across yet again.
Rappy mid, Phantasm used by Raven.
They're ready to go. Blink in, pulling him in with a Phantasm and Rift. Too much damage for any hero to deal with.
And now it's daytime. You can lead them to going for this tower.
They have to get back. If anyone shows, Raven will just blink Rift. And with the illusions, they're just going to get wiped.
Yeah.
Raven should get this for free.
BKB looks like to be the next item for the Tiny. He has built 0 armor items. He is literally still sitting on 0 armor on Tiny versus Reality Rift, Vengeful Spirit, and a Medallion. If he gets Focus Fire down, he's gonna get bursted so quickly here. I don't even know if BKB's gonna really do much. Even if he's magic immune, if they just right-click him, he's gonna take an incredible amount of damage.
Yeah, this CK's gonna melt him, probably the easiest out of all the heroes on Happy Feet.
Pretty surprising to see him not even go for the Ring of Aquila that like we've been seeing from a lot of the players who play that Tiny.
It is just the old school Tiny build he's going for.
Yeah. I think he's gonna suffer a lot just because of that. Like sitting on 0 armor versus this heavy minus armor lineup. Not really liking that one. They do have a big ancient stack that's starting to get cleared up by the Queen of Pain though. Yeah. And BKB is finished.
I mean, Ben has made a good recovery. And from the start to now, this Quap is back and he is relevant.
He's only died once.
Yeah. The game still certainly feels hard for Happy Feet. as you say, with the fact that they do have this carry Tiny building as he is.
Yeah.
Also the fact that there's, I mean, just that alone, that sort of raises issues in how on earth does this Tiny ever get to the point where he could fight, unless Happy Feet really are just jumping on and mass disabling the entirety of TNC, but that's a hard ask.
Yeah, I guess you look at TNC's lineup and he does really need that magic immunity, but yeah, the sheer physical damage might just be too overwhelming here. TNC, do they have sentries prepared? They do have one down. They do see Happy Feet engaging. Hook off the mark.
Oh, now they might turn and look towards it. Raven, he has got Phantasm. Out it comes. BKB will come out from X-Rag. Phantasm and the Rift drags back in the Clockwork. They take down one. Rappy trying to chase down. X-Rag, he's looking for the CK, but Raven with the blink jumps across, gets the cut down onto Rappy. The illusion is still giving them vision. TNC could go in for more if they see the chance to do so. Assassinate onto Jesse Vastra. X-Rad trying to come back in with a combo onto Cuckoo. Can he finish off the kill? No, the stun's out. The swap as well. Saving Cuckoo. Keeping him alive. And only Ben-Hur surviving on the side of Happy Feet. And he just gets away as well. Raven nearly closing the gap for the catch.
As soon as the BKB wears off on Tiny, they can't fight anymore for Happy Feet.
This Tiny just feels very hard to do anything to any impact in these fights.
Yep.
This build, it just doesn't seem ready for this patch. If you're playing it as the safe lane Tiny against this, as you say, just a super heavy physical DPS lineup.
Yeah, with Venge and Bloodlust, it's so much damage coming out. Raven has the full BKB if he chooses to purchase that one. He did have the heart initially queued up, but now he switched to the BKB. We'll see if that's the choice that he tends to go for here. Might just save gold and make the decision afterwards. Sam H continuing to just be on the prowl in Vendetta, giving so much information for his team every single time. That one there, though, TNC, the hook shot from Happy Feet was off the mark, so the whole initiation from Happy Feet was a little bit skewed there. And TNC were able to position themselves nicely. Now they're getting more and more farmed. 9k gold advantage, about a 9k experience advantage as well. And it's looking harder and harder for Happy Feet for this game.
It is indeed.
Tim's.
He's off.
Just fine. Level 16 Venge.
What is next for the Tiny? What's he got queued up? Has he got some armor?
He's got nothing.
Nothing queued up yet. So he's still literally on 0 armor.
Yep.
I'm sure his next time's going to change that.
It has to be AC.
It has to be AC.
Jules getting spotted out by Raven.
And he is dead.
Deep in 1437 with the kill. Kill secure, we'll give it to him. He has queued up AC.
There we go.
Needs the armor.
That's the armor we were waiting for.
Radiant's top
Sell
tower
that stout,
is
pick
under
up the
attack.
plate, man. Do it. No, okay, no. He wants that stout. Oh, this is looking rough now for Happy Feet. As you see that last fight up top, TNC and their cores getting bigger and bigger. Cuckoo and Raven very far ahead of their respective counterparts on Happy Feet's lineup.
Sam H just invised into the Ancients and stole one from the Tiny with that Vendetta. A little bit of BM. He's got Blink Dagger now finished on Nyx, so much easier for him to get that catch onto the Queen of Pain. Whenever you see Quap pushing out a lane, you're going to expect the Scream of Pain. You can Blink Carapace into that stun, and since Nyx's stun goes through Lincoln's, they do have the disable that can be enough to kill Ben-Hur.
Here's X-Rag as well. He's probably just going to go for the Hyperstone first. So he's going to have even longer ways. Got no armor.
He buys the plate mail.
Ah, okay. There we go.
They've got Solar Crest as well on Rappy. They'll be throwing on him, so a little bit of boost up of armor for him.
He needs it.
Yeah, he really needs it.
Plate mail there as well on Ben-Hur as he heads towards the Shiva's Guard. Yep.
He's still farming pretty well. That last fight, he did not have the greatest Sonic Wave. Actually, I don't think it ended up really clipping anybody, but it is a hard game for Happy Feet to take versus TNC's positioning. Roche respawning right now, and TNC just walked into the pit and it wasn't up, so it respawned right after they leave. Bit unfortunate for them, but now it does get scouted out by Tims. If they get into that Roche pit, TNC can kill it so quickly. And they still have this deep aggressive ward. They know where Jules is. They know at least where a couple of these heroes from Happy Feet are. They see the Tiny. And gets the invis off.
Doesn't do, they don't quite have detection in range.
They have Dust on top of SamH and Sentries on 1437, so they do have the reveal if they do close that gap. Hook shot.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. They've got the vision on Raven.
He's got BKB though.
Does. He just pops it straight away, turns back towards the Clockwork. The Clockwork's gone. Raven now with the Phantasm ready to fight for more. Blinks forward and shreds through the Rubik. Double kill for Raven. BKB out on Extract, but they're just avoiding this Tiny. Backing up. Fire Blast is there with the lockdown onto the sidelines. They have the Assassinate from Cuckoo to take down Ben-Hur as well. Extract, all he can do, he BKBs. They just ignore him, and then he just has to use the Shadow Blade to get out of there. He can't commit or offer anything to these team fights as this Tiny.
Yeah, I think this game's actually just over. They can't contest at all versus this CK. Sniper just sits in the back. They've got these beefy frontline heroes on TNC, and with the BKB on Raven, as soon as he pops that one, they have no fight versus him. That's going to be a quick easy Rax with that Venge Aura. And they're not going to stop. They're going for a secondary one. They're looking to just close this game out. They're ready to jump as soon as they see someone too.
I'm an Extract, he's looking at it. They've got the hook shot in onto the Sniper, but immediately the Clockwork forced out. Extract's going to come in from the back lines. He looks towards the next assassin with the Sonic Wave as well. They'll find one kill. Raven's falling low. They have lost 40-37 as well on the Ogre. This could be the defense that they're after. Extract not going to fall as the Assassinate comes through. It's not quite enough damage. Ben-Hur jumps in, gets another as he takes down Raven. That's a big kill for the Quap. They've also got their eyes on the Vengeful Spirit, chasing down Tims. Tims, he ought to fall, and he does indeed. Double kill for Rappy.
TNC not expecting that buyback from the Queen of Pain.
Big
They wanted
impact.
to push the issue.
Big plays indeed from Ben. With that buyback, keeps the game alive for Happy Feet. That's for sure. Still not in a great position, but it's not the worst position. They haven't lost. They're still in.
Yeah, they got a decent gain in experience there. About a 7.7k gain in that aspect there.
And maybe the Roche as well.
Yeah, the BKB was still on cooldown for CK in that fight, so they will actually be able to take this one out. TNC getting a little bit too overzealous here. They're still in a fine position, but giving up these kills, not exactly what they want.
So with that cheese ant,
Radiant
Aegis, they're heading over.
invisibility.
I don't know if they can get there in time already. Rubik positioning himself to block it off, and yeah, the Roshan's down. Ben-Hur grabs the Aegis. Rubik just getting blown up on the side of it all. SamH moving in, looking for the stun. Cuckoo popped the BKB, and he's getting a lot of damage out with this Sniper, able to man him. Now he's got to be careful. Jules in with the hook shot, has the control. Raven's back in though. Phantasm pop. He dragged in the Tiny. Where's your armor, son? It ain't there. 70 seconds and Tiny's down.
That
Two kills and Raven.
Level 20 CK, he's got the Reality Rift, Pure Spell Immune.
Oh boy.
So he can just destroy that poor Tiny.
BKB doing nothing there against this CK. With two heroes down, looks like TNC are ready to try and force again a big push. Ben-Hur may have that Aegis, but will 2 lives be enough? What can he do? Jumps in, trying to clear these illusions. He's getting peeped. Actually, a buyback being forced out. The Tiny. He has to get back in, Extract. And TNC will back off with that. They know that they can just wait it out, wait until Phantasm's back up, then look to go again.
Yeah, they can just wait for Phantasm up, wait for Aegis to be gone, and finish up the AC on Raven. He's pretty much got it done very shortly. More minus armor coming out.
So Arcane Ring bottom. I wonder if they'll be able to sort of protect that and until the point where he's going to use the ult again. That would be the dream. And it looks like he's going to have to pick it up. He sees that Happy Feet are coming over. I'll simply pick it up and take it away from them.
Yeah, it's going to be 8 seconds short on that Arcane Rune for his ulti. Arcane Rune only 50 seconds long. He had about 58 second cooldown on when he grabbed it. Cuckoo though, at like no risk of dying anymore here because of that BKB he's picked up.
Huge work last fight.
Yeah. Now Tim's also hitting level 20, so he's got that 15% higher Vengeance Aura. I mean, this Venge is, I can't believe how high level he is.
I mean, I was looking,
look, he's keeping up with the cores.
when we were looking at him earlier, I sort of had to remind myself, this isn't a core venge.
Yeah.
It feels like it, though.
Yeah.
With the level he's at, as you say, level 20. Same level as this Tiny. Talking about the Tiny, he's going in for the kill. Tim's, Glimmer Capes, TP's out. Goodbye. Picks up the 4-star now as well. They do have this gem on the Night Stalker. Rappy and Happy Feet sweeping across the jungle of TNC. No one is there. Daedalus complete on Cuckoo.
Oh, he's got the full one already, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is under attack.
That's a lot of damage coming out from Sniper.
Selfish.
14k lead still for TNC.
They're in such a comfortable spot.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Not really under much pressure at all to make any sort of plays. That's for sure.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
It's a bit of a dip on the graph as we see from their last defense. TNC, they've had enough. They want to go for the fight. They smoke up. Down the mid lane. Who will they catch? That's the question. They've got their eyes on X-Rag. Would be a great way to start the fight if they can get the jump immediately. They're going, ooh, Shadowblade, where's the dust out? A little bit slow. So X-Rag will be able to walk back. Ben-Hur comes in. Sees the Phantasms, has the TP out X-Rag. Oh, he's actually going to clear out the Phantasms really quickly.
He uses BKB though.
He did. Actually, Ben-Hur as well jumped into the midst of it all. He's feeling very confident because that Phantasm isn't there. Ben-Hur taking so much damage. The Cuckoo peeps him down. That's going to be the Aegis gone, Jules. Pops the Ghost Scepter, but he's in a lot of trouble. They'll be able to get the clockwork after that wears off. Cuckoo getting a wicked stick kill streak. White Rappy on a killing spree.
Cuckoo's in trouble now.
They have to retreat. They can't get Cuckoo out of there. Cuckoo's down. Tim's as well. Happy Feet making the turnaround happen here. 1437 also getting jumped upon as they chase him into their own jungle. And he is not escaping. Jump forward from Ben-Hur, and with the damage from this Queen of Pain, he gets the triple kill. TNC getting shut down.
They've got to give a little bit more respect to the Queen of Pain, who's actually caught up very nicely. That Scream, that Sonic Wave hitting pretty much everybody. Look at the damage done by the 2 cores on the side of Happy Feet.
Yeah, it's just so many ways to clear out those Phantasms. As well as we see, as soon as they're taken out, the threat of the CK is greatly diminished.
Yeah. That can't be the way that TNC takes the fights. They need better. They need a real form of initiation rather than just like head-on going for a brawl versus this Quap who still had Aegis. Sure, they killed her and they took out the Aegis, but that respawn into a massive Sonic Wave. Big swing around now, down to 9k gold advantage, and the experience is pretty much leveled out now. TNC has to be careful.
Middle tower has fallen.
Happy Feet making the comeback happen. As you say, one more fight like that, and Happy Feet will happily be sitting at the advantage of this game. There's a lot of money on that quad. Ben-Hur walking around with 6k gold, wondering what would be the best item for him to pick up now. What do you reckon for the quad? What do they need?
I think Mjolnir's still pretty solid. Unless he wants to just buy a full Octarine. I don't know if that's the choice though. He did go for the Scream of Pain Fear. Cool. You know, the 1.5 second fear on that Scream. But still hasn't spent his gold. TNC looking to continue getting on the aggressive here. 40 seconds until daytime for them.
Look at this build as well for the Nyx Assassin. Maybe gearing up for the 100 Agi 25. He's got an S and Y.
What the heck?
S and Y drums Nyx.
Sure.
Makes him very beefy.
He just goes for the BKB.
Okay.
Safer play coming out for Ben-Hur.
TNC are ready to try again though.
They're trying to just get an instant BKB and
Maelstrom.
Okay, so he's got no buyback if he does go down.
It was still on cooldown, I believe. Actually, no, it wasn't on cooldown for that much longer. I think his buyback was actually okay. So
it's up now.
It is back up now. So you're right. He's opted to have no buyback with those purchases. So he does have to be careful. They need this Queen of Pain alive.
TNC's just going to clean out the... I think the safest play for TNC is take the Shrine, wait for that next Aegis, get some wards around the area, and then try to take a fight. They need to be careful though.
A gift from the goddess.
Dire's top shrine has fallen.
Jules mid, 4-second stun. And now TNC, they want to take a fight when it's 4v5.
He's almost certainly going to have to buy back. 50 seconds, no clock. And Sam H, he's already found the setup elsewhere. Ben-Hur pots the BKB, but he gets dragged in. As the quick blink out. We'll be fine for now, but that's the BKB forced out. And with that, TNC, they want to push. They want to go. They have Phantasm ready. They're looking for that mid-Rax. They are ready to jump upon them. There's the buyback. Clockwork's back in. Fortification popped as well. See, TNC respect this, but at the same time, I don't think TNC want to back off too much.
Nope.
They want to keep this going.
They forced the glyph, so they really want to be able to claim the tower before it comes back online. Cuckoo just commits in for it, and he gets it. Hookshot comes out.
Jules trying to go in. The 4-star's there to save the sniper. But the Fire Blast done as well. Phantasm comes out, and Raven picks apart the Rubik. Sending the illusions down bottom. Look at this Tiny just getting shredded by the sniper. Raven jumps in, drags him back, and that's going to be Tiny down. Double kill for Raven. Quick blink out from Ben-Hur. They've got the assassinate and the drag back. Raven gets the triple kill, and that is GG for sure. 2 cores down, 90 seconds, 100 seconds because of that purchase from the Quap. Ben-Hur can't afford the buyback. No way to defend. The game is over. TNC take game 1. A little bit messy for TNC as Happy Feet certainly had a couple of chances where they did begin to turn things back around, but at the end of the day, just the sort of core-to-core matchups favoring TNC by a large amount, having this physical lineup against a Tiny and against a Quap as well. It was always going to be a very hard game for Happy Feet to actually get the victory from off that draft.
Yeah, I mean, they're essentially, you can kind of say they're running.
When the red light haunts you, when the silver lining's after you, don't you turn around away. Baby, it could be too late. I was there the day your world turned. I was there back when your heart burned. Don't you trade away your love for hate. 'Cause baby, it could be too late. I still remember how the song went, how we lived our days from red to red. So don't you turn around away. 'Cause baby, it could be too late. 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 So when the red light haunts you, when the silver lining's after you, don't you trade away your love for hate. 'Cause baby, it could be too late. Baby, it might be too late. Baby, it could be too late. The sky so far, but I can't lose it.
Dire's ban.
Really, BKB didn't do very much for him. He pops BKB, he still gets melted by Chaos Knight, and then he can't do anything. I think like the new tiny build is you max the tree grab, and then you go hit ancient, or you go hit ancients, and you go hit jungle creeps and get an SNY or something.
Yep.
Didn't happen.
Did
or at least
not
not enough, if it did happen. And later on, as you said, I mean, there were some moments of strength for Happy Feet, but that was when already TNC was so far ahead that they wanted to go high ground. They just underestimated. At that point, the Queen of Pain had caught up a bit. Underestimated the Queen of Pain a bit.
Another thing that stood out for me is the position for Venge. Fog was pointing out, surprised how big she got.
Yeah.
It turns out that when your Venge could actually get items for herself, as opposed to like buying wards that cost 80 gold a piece, which is way too expensive. We need to discount that. But Glimmer Cape allow her to get levels, and she was actually a big deal against like the Clockwork, able to swap people out. Later on, got the level 20 Vengeance Aura talent, which was huge. So I'd like to see more position for Vengeance. The hero does scale very well.
Yeah, but you gotta have to make sure that you can actually make it to the late game.
Sure.
So.
All right, we've got a draft.
Yep, game 2 is coming our way
Dire's ban.
with the draft, and I'm mostly curious to see if Happy Feet can have something that they feel a little bit more comfortable on. I think that was the biggest thing. I felt like they weren't really comfortable with the Tiny. Even like somewhere they heard it was a great hero at the moment, they just picked it and then didn't really have a plan with it.
Dire's turn
All right,
to make
what bans do we got?
We got an IO, a Night Stalker, on the side of Happy Feet, and TNC has banned out the Winter Wyvern, the Puck, and the Venge. All blues.
TNC's
They don't want to
turn
have the
pick.
blues. And Happy Feet also bans out the Nyx Assassin. And instantly, first pick Ogre Magi. I mean, that's a good hero. We saw that on TNC previous game as well, and
5 seconds
it worked out.
remain.
Why
And her's
change?
like, oh no, not this shit again.
Not again. Gonna need some help mid, guys.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, in the end, he didn't get any help mid. They wanted to try and run that aggressive trial in with the Night Stalker, the Clock, and the Rubik, and it just
Team pick.
it just wasn't enough. And then you start to wonder, wouldn't it be better to just sack someone there and just put the supports mid and secure the mid lane for Ben for Queen of
I
Pain?
mean, they went for a strategy. It didn't play out.
Sure.
Can't fault too much beyond that. Hopefully they get just here.
Yeah, the Queen of Pain and the Omni Knight picked up by Happy Feet, so you're gonna see those come out. And a Terrorblade already by the Ogre Magi, and that is the opening, I believe, that they lost to against Fnatic. Am I right?
I think the Queen came a little bit later.
5 seconds.
No, I mean
Hurry,
Fnatic
hurry.
picked Ogre Terrorblade opening.
Oh, I see. That's
And TNC actually picked the Omni and the Earth Spirit in that game.
right.
But the Ogre Terrorblade opening, a strong one that has been proven.
The one thing that made the Ogre Terrorblade very strong was that they just farmed with it. They weren't looking to fight, they weren't looking to push. And that just comes down to stacking the cams efficiently and
Dire's ban.
being on top of things.
Radiant's ban.
All right, looking to see some bans here. The ball's in the court of Happy Feet.
TNC.
And the ban out the Spirit Breaker, continuing with the blue trend. But the Treant gets removed as well,
Only 10
just to
seconds.
avoid Happy Feet getting strong lanes. And we have seen how strong
5 seconds remain.
two sustaining supports can be, or sustaining heroes, I should say, because I'm not assuming that Omni Knight is a support.
10 seconds remaining.
What do you think of the opening so far, Charlie?
I like Ogre
seconds
Terrorblade.
remaining.
I like TNC trying to take something that they lost to and make it work for themselves. I want to see a better game out of Ben-Hur though.
Yeah.
Give him some help because you know that Ogre Magi is going to be sitting mid for whoever is mid for TNC.
TNC's
So I think you
turn
have to
ban.
pair that Quap with something that matches up well against the Ogre.
What could be
5
that be?
seconds. Hurry, hurry.
Well, it depends on what TNC picks for mid, but maybe a
10
Bane,
seconds remaining.
maybe
Is screwed up.
I like Bane.
Okay.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire team pick.
They could go for something like that. We have a Beastmaster ban on the side of Happy Feet.
Radiant team pick.
In terms of versus the Ogre, you don't really need that strong of a hero. As soon as Ogre walks up your hill, you have two heroes just hit him back. Like, in this case, Rubik Quap, that should be enough.
10
You're not looking to
seconds.
kill the Ogre, you're just looking to be like, hey man, back off so our Quap could farm.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
Rubik's gonna be the pickup. Not exactly great
10
spells
seconds
to
remaining.
be stolen right now.
Yet.
But
Just do wait until he
5
makes his
seconds
Thunder play.
remaining.
sure.
Gotta believe. So something that we talked about in the draft previously was that we lacked the synergy from Happy Feet. Do you feel like that there's already more of that right now? Obviously, there's only 3 heroes picked, so we haven't seen everything yet. But do you feel like this is a stronger opening than what they had previous game?
It feels like they're just picking good heroes,
Yeah.
not necessarily that has a synergy with each other.
It also telegraphs what they're doing pretty early. I imagine that Omni Knight's probably off lane, and Queen of Pain's obviously mid. You've revealed your 2 cores in your first opening picks.
Yeah.
Radiance ban.
keeping their supports
TNC's turn to
further away. Well, I'm not sure if a lot of people saw the Tusk coming though. That could be a curveball for them.
Radiant team back.
Wow, no respect for the Tusk. Normally when you see Tusk, you're looking to pick up cores that could get away from the ice shards.
Does not tinker.
He's like, nah, dude, we will just tinker into it, no problem.
A lot of faith in the bullying
10 seconds
coming out from the Ogre Magi, I guess. 1-for-3-7 had fun with that last game.
5 seconds remaining.
He's probably gonna expect to do the same thing again this game.
I'm not sure if I like TNC's farm distribution in this draft. Tinker, Terrorblade, and to a certain extent, if that's a Shaker offlane, they eat out a ton of farm.
Fairly greedy, yeah.
So I feel like Happy Feet has a draft to punish it, because Tusk, Quap, these heroes can just be very upbeat and get a ton done early on.
TNC's turn to back.
So we're like, let's say that our Shaker is support, because I think that might be a little bit better.
Okay.
Even though Sam H's Earth Shaker is really good as well.
5 seconds.
But
Hurry,
you generally
hurry.
want a hero that can create space for the rest to farm up, right?
Yeah,
10
my worry
seconds
is if the Earthshaker is support, then your tri-lanes, Ogre, Terrorblade,
5 seconds remaining.
Shaker.
Shaker
Yeah.
to an Omni Knight. That's 3 melee heroes. That Omni Knights should have a pretty free lane.
Okay, so you prefer to see their Shaker as the offlane and then
Yep.
have another support that is ranged. We have the Silencer ban, and I'm not sure if, like, I would imagine that TNC runs the Silencer as support if they pick it up.
Yeah, that's Demon's like one of his best heroes. He loves playing that. And against Omni Knight offlane, Silencer is probably one of the better answers because of the Glaive for us is so free. So I'm not sure what Demon's going to pick for himself now.
You don't think he's going to play the Ogre Magi again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's definitely on the Ogre Magi. You're right.
And then we're looking for a new hero for Tim's, and Earth Spirit is still in the pool.
Another way that I
10
think
seconds
Fnatic ran the
remaining.
lane is they just went offensive. They just kind of dodged lanes. So that's an option that TNC has for themselves as well.
They haven't seen the safe lane hero yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sven gets banned out by TNC, so
Radiant team.
they're
Lion.
Okay.
they were fearing that for the safe lane. They end up going for Lions. They need a ranged support, leaving that Earth Shaker for Sam H
5 seconds. Hurry.
in the off lane or on the safe lane, depending on how they're gonna lane that. Although if you have an Omni Knight versus an Earth Shaker, Omni Knight again has a free lane. So do you really want to give Omni Knight a free lane? Just
5 seconds remaining.
I don't think so. I think,
Shaker could lane pretty well just with Enchant Totem.
you think decent enough against an Omni Knight to?
They're going to trade farm. Omni Knight's
Okay.
going to do better. But I think Shaker getting that free farm, the 1v1 trade, is I think more beneficial to the Shaker, because once Shaker gets the blink, I think he's going to do more than what Omni does, at least in that point of the game. Ah, here comes a Spectre.
Why are you so hyped about that?
Because they tried Spectres in the past, and it's actually one of the few times they won games of, so...
Okay, so you believe in it?
No, but
What?
it's better than before, I guess. You know, honestly, if you remove the tags of these teams
Yeah.
and just evaluate it based on drafts, I like Happy Feast's draft more. I feel like this Tusk it's gonna have an amazing game. Nobody could get away from these ice shards. Should be able to get a ton of kills.
Charlie, what do you reckon? Who's gonna take this game 2?
I think TNC is just flat out the better team. The last couple games of Happy Feet hasn't really inspired a lot of confidence in me, and so I'm going TNC.
Draft-wise, Happy Feet, but result-wise, gonna go to TNC as well.
I'm sticking with TNC as well. This is the last chance for Happy Feet to prove us wrong. See if they can force out a third game in the series. So let's head over to OD Pixel and Fogged.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the second game of the final series of the day. Ready to kick off TNC versus Happy Feet. I'm OD Pixel. I'm joined by Fogged. What do we reckon, Fogged? I'm seeing some strong ones here. We've got the Cuckoo Tinker. That was something in the past that's been very much feared by a lot of teams that go up against him. And of course, Happy Feet's sort of response to that, they pick up the safe lane Spectre. One of the ways to catch the Tinker, and one of the ways that can stand toe-to-toe with the Terrorblade later on in the game. Or can it? What do we reckon?
Cuckoo Tinker, man. I'm hyped about it. And Raven, Terrorblade. These are some signature heroes coming out for TNC. I'm really liking their draft, honestly. I think Happy Feet, they've got a few things going for them as long as they don't get like, the other lanes run over. But the problem is that they don't have this hero like an Ogre who can just sit in the lane and make sure that the one hero that the Tinker gets the best game possible. They'll have Tusk kind of trying to do the same, but he's not an Ogre. Ogre just stands there. Plus with Tinker, that's just a little bit stronger of a dual lane here. And I don't know, Spectre for me, just not a very good hero. I think he takes way too long to get online in this current meta. Even though he is the catch that they needed to try to go for the Tinker.
The battle begins.
Nice to be careful, because the even in the team fights later on, Reflection from the Terrorblade can be quite nice against the Spectre if he's down on his own, taking his own Desolate damage right back to him.
Terrorblade versus Omni Knight too. You get that Degen aura. It's pretty fun. Jules. Actually get a pretty nice Ice Shard block to be able to show that Rappy's going to get a good lane here. And Sam H again, as we've seen him do. I think this is the 4th game in a row I've seen him do this. Just pull the creep wave.
I mean, it's super effective, really.
Tim's is looking for a courier snipe here.
Oh, is he going to get it?
He might. Jules is looking, but he
keep him very hidden.
Tim's.
There it goes.
He's waiting for the one when it comes back, so he can see the delivery, so he knows exactly which route it's taking here.
Tower is under attack.
Here we go. Oh, they know. It cuts around.
Oh, does it?
Or does it? Oh, he didn't stay for it. Whatever. Mid lane, we see already Cuckoo coming out ahead of Ben-Hur because of 1437 starting there. Jules was starting top to get those Ice Shards going. But now, the trade right clicks are happening. But still, yeah, TNC. A little bit ahead out of that one. This time around, Sam H did not get the pull that he wanted to with the creep camp, or with the creeps behind the tower. Jesse and X-Rag were actually able to meet their creep wave there as well. Rappy in some trouble here. The first meta. A lot of damage coming out to him, but he's durable. He is an Omni Knight. I just keep hearing Tim's taunting all game.
He loves it. Mid lane indeed another tough start for the Quap. Happy Feet for Ben-Hur. Bottom lane. Sam H is able to make that pull. He's what, level 2? He's going to get going on here. Dragging back with the telekinesis, but he's still got the Fissure to play with. Yep. So it shouldn't be under too much of a threat. And still sitting on a salve and another tango. He's got to reach up for the lane. Up top, Tims. He'll take the rune. Yeah, he's got the Hex. And he should be okay. Yeah. Salving up. 10 seconds still until the next Ice Shard was there, so Jules can't catch him. And also, down bottom, Jesse Vash actually able to take both bounty runes from this half, and he's out of there as well with a quick TP.
TP's to the safe lane. Very efficient usage of his time. And Jules will take the other bounty rune. So 1 bounty rune for TNC, 3 for Happy Feet. But still, the issue is that mid lane, 5 and 2 on the Queen of Pain to the 10 and 5 Tinker, and 1437 is just there again. This time he's got DD. Ogre with DD. Not fun for the enemy team. Tims, though, the shard's beautiful by Jules. They will be able to get the gap close on him
He
with
does
Snowball.
still get the stun, but as you say, with the Snowball now online, that will be your first blood. Happy Feet.
Very nicely done by Jules.
Down bottom, another attempt here onto Sam. Goes quick with the TP, and he'll be fine. Back to base, back to regenning up.
He is messing a bit with the last hits, though, of the Spectre. So although the Earthshaker is not farming incredibly well, I mean, he's 5 and 0 actually, and he's already level 3. He is slowing down Spectre a tiny bit in comparison to the Towerblade, who's got full free farm, as well as the Tinker in mid lane, who is just quite far ahead of Ben-Hur now at this point. 14 and 8 to the 6 and 5. We'll probably see 1437 TP back to the mid lane and continue this.
I mean, it worked out game 1.
Cuckoo mid.
Oh, he needs that TP soon, and I don't know if it's going to be enough with Cuckoo falling as low as he is. And it is not indeed. Cuckoo down. Big kill for Ben-Hur. And bottom lane again, making another attempt onto Sam.
Man, Jules was 1 hit from death there. Incredibly close.
That's exactly what Happy Feet needed, though.
Yeah, they need to get the kills on Ben-Hur for him to catch back up in this one. His net worth has Now pretty much tied with the Tinker because of that kill. Look how much they're focusing on this Queen of Pain, though.
This wraparound. Cuckoo. Diving towers.
Can they get the laser in range? 1437.
Oh! Can't believe he got the range for that one. They get the kill.
Me either.
1437 will go down.
Who's got another laser in 5 seconds? Jules is committing, though.
A Cuckoo could maybe turn and burst this. Put the rocket and the laser.
He's got Bloodlust. He's got extra attack speed here. Can
Jules
he
has
close
got
the
to
gap?
run. Oh, the burst is enough. He needs to find that laser. I don't think he's going to get it. Oh, the tree's down. Oh! He takes it, chops down the tree with the tango, gets the kill. I mean, he's surely going down here. He's got a few one charges and a fairy fire, but
gets enough gold for his bottle, though, while he's running away, and purchases, so he loses no gold. Doesn't give the last hit to Ben-Hur either.
Very aggressive Tinker early on. That's for sure. Down bottom. X-Frag CS, as you say, it's still being held back a little bit.
Shaker's starting to get some nice farm too.
Yeah. And Raven, complete and utter free farm top lane.
I feel like most of the times I've seen Raven actually play this Tower Blade, he goes beyond godlike. Tends to have some very good performances on those hard carries. Yeah, TI, right? He had that 30-something kill Spectre, which broke all the records. Bottom, Sam H versus the Spectre.
X-Frag's low.
TP coming out from Jules, though. This will secure the kill.
Oh, actually missing the sharp block. Well, they do have the snowball to close in. Up top at the same time. Rappy getting gone on by the 3 of TNC. They've got the lockdown down bottom. Sam H will finally fall. And up top, it looks to be an off-lane for an off-lane trade as the Metamorphosis comes out to get that extra bit of a punch, allowing TNC to claim the return kill. 1 for 1 on either side.
Jules very active so far on the Tusk, involved in all 5 kills, as Lumi was saying. It's a pretty damn good Tusk game for the early game. No one can really escape from those ice shards sent from the snowball. And he's going to continue that aggression, just looking at the mid lane. But it's pretty tough versus the Tinker. Very tanky with those 14 wand charges and Fairy Fire.
There we go. Looking for Rappy.
Aggressive Sunder.
Just trying to juke it out in the tree line. They are looking for him. Will they find him? 1437 and Tim's hot on the chase. They've caught him. Leading in straight over the stun. The reflections out as well as the fire blast. Bringing Rappy down low. 1 charges will not be enough to keep that Omni Knight alive.
They might be able to get the tower off of this too, because they have triple range creep onto the tower.
Bottom lane, Sam's in trouble. Gets the Fisher out onto 2. Telekinesis out. Bringing X-Frag down very low with him, but he's outnumbered. And again, both off-laners dying to the aggression of each side.
Yep. Jules, every rotation has been successful for this Tusk. How's Ben-Hur doing? 16-12 to the 23 and 14 of the Tinker. He blinks in aggressively onto Cuckoo here. Cuckoo, the DD and a couple right clicks, almost brings down the Quap because of that high ground ward. Early game playing out. TNC a little bit more at an advantage.
3.5k on Raven at the moment.
Yeah.
Does have that lead against the Spectre.
Mid, they're smoked up. They're committing onto Cuckoo here.
And they've got him with the Haunt as well. Wow. Jumping in.
They actually, I didn't think they needed the Haunt as well. That's a big usage of the 3-minute cooldown. So my big concern here for Happy Feet is, even if they do, I mean, they aren't coming out ahead in the laning phase this time around, but how can they actually take towers is the biggest concern. When you look at TNCs, they have very natural building hitter from the Terror Blade plus Bloodlust, and they've got ways to stall the game out with the Tinker. And you look at Happy Feet, they've actually got nobody to hit buildings.
No.
And they're versus the Tinker lineup, so they have to pretty much just team wipe in order to get those type of sieges going and objective taking. They don't really hit Roche either that well either on Happy Feet. So definitely some problematic situations will be coming out here. Bottom again, Jules. Another rotation.
Oh, he does get a nice 3-man Echo Slam handed to him, but it's not enough damage to get the kill himself. Well, with the turn up from Raven, though, he can certainly look to clean up. He's found the Tusk kill. Sam H still alive for now. X-Rag getting incredibly low. Raven just wasn't, cleans up the double. X-Rag, is he fine? He's just got to stay hidden. He's got no TP, though. He's just got to hide in the trees.
SamH is pinging inside the trees there. It looks like he knows something's up.
I mean, as it is, Xtrag's on his own. Rappy will TP in. And ooh, quick Sunder. Raven's back up to full health. And they'll keep that push going. 40-37 actually looking for the chase down onto Rappy, but he has to repel. And what's the plan here for the Spectre? How does he get out of this one?
He's got a dagger. He can cut through the trees soon. He's also has Quelling Blade to cut through.
He's slowly tunneling his way indeed through the tree line.
Picking up a TP. Gonna go home.
That's valuable farm time, though, wasted.
Yeah, and during this TNC, they will take advantage. They're going to go for this tower push with that natural Terror Blade pusher.
And look at the sudden network difference between Raven and the Spectre. It's about 2k difference now. Yeah. Oh, look at this. The Masker Man is for the Terror Blade. That is a very scary Terror Blade. The amount of damage that comes out, and as you say, the farm speed he's going to have in comparison to the Spectre is going to be vastly different.
The big thing is, too, is that he makes that quick early rotation toward bottom to take the tower, and it leaves Tim's top, who is now level 6 and 900 gold away from a Blink Dagger on this line. Ben-Hur blinks in aggressively, looking for Tim's, but Tim's is at a tower here, and he's got a lot of disable, but the roll coming in from Jules.
They're trying to commit. Tim's, he really wants to stun someone. Oh, Tim's! He dies, but he takes that Tusk down with him.
Doesn't get the experience for the kill, though. But again, Jules involved in all 9 kills for his team.
One of the most effective Tusk players we've seen in the opening to a game.
Yep.
Many times we've seen Tusk, and it has struggled a lot of times to have this sort of impact. But
it's a big steal for Jesse. He has the fissure grabbed up. Now they're going to go for smoke. They're going to look to try to punish Raven. If he stays down here, he can definitely get bursted. Has to be careful with his positioning.
See what he does. He's already heading back camp to camp. As he moves away from this smoke.
It's under vision, though.
It is still a little close. They've got the Horn as well. They're going in on him. He does have the Sunder, and he'll get it off. Xtrag now very, very low. Reflection out as well. They should get the Raven kill with the Purification, bringing him down very low. They've got backup coming in. Raven surely doesn't get out of this. No, Fadepot will be there. They get themselves the big kill, and they'll find 40-37 as well. Snowballing in with the Purification.
Nice movement. Every time that the Haunt's been up, they've tried to go for an aggressive play, and with that ward that was placed on the high ground there, it did despawn now, but it was just enough time for them to see Raven. Look at this massive
That's
stack.
a big stack. Yeah. How's the Blink Dagger looking on Lion? He said he was getting a lane. He's getting close to it.
600 away.
He's getting close.
SamH is starting to clear up this hard camp.
Tim's just protecting it. Doesn't want anyone coming near and getting involved in this one. So the two of them should be able to farm this up. Oh!
He's just echoing it. I was actually going to say, I'm surprised he hasn't echoed it. Yeah, and he does. Doesn't want it to get stolen by the enemy team.
Echo is limited in its use anyway until he has that Blink Dagger.
Yep. I think they were concerned about the Queen of Pain being in the area. Jules again, looking for more aggression. Tusk Omni, very potent combo.
Nice to trap the Ogre Magi, going in straight away with the burst onto 14-37. They'll claim it. 3 heroes onto the Ogre. No chance for 14-36 having to survive through that. But there has been space, and it seems that Happy Feet have sort of turned their attention away from the Tinker, which is going to mean the Cuckoo should have the boots to travel very soon.
Yep.
First key timing.
He's very close to that one, and they are beginning to stack up Ancients and stuff too on the side of TNC.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But 12 kills already for Happy Feet. This Tusk, Jules, making all the right moves. 0, 3, and 12. And they're looking to try to gain some objectives off here. So, like I was mentioning before, Happy Feet, they have no tower push. The best thing you can do when you have no tower push is get those early game towers. So you get a little bit more map control. And then you can worry about the later towers once you have some better team fight online. And some more aggressive wards being placed out to watch that ancient farming, as well as that that triangle that we always talk about on the Dire side.
Oh, that's a fun steal for Rubik. He's got the Metamorphosis.
Oh, nice. Bonus damage.
Yes.
back to farming. Raven, he's the king of it at the moment with that Mask of Madness. Still quite the lead against X-Rag Spectre.
Yeah, he's got Bloodlust too, so he's got that natural increase. But Happy Feet, with that ward they've had placed down, they are looking to try to punish here. Can they find anything?
No, just an illusion.
Just an illusion. Shaker now has Blink Dagger finished, and I believe Tim's also does.
Bottom, look, they've caught Cuckoo. They've caught him out, they've bursted him down. Big killers, they get the Tinker, they may even move on for more. Rappy. Chasing now 40-37, they're going to horns in as well. X-Rag's very low though. Ben-Hur blinks in, and Happy Feet get themselves a second. Game 2 looking much better for Happy Feet as they're playing very aggressively, getting X-Rag involved every time the haunt's up.
Yep.
And they're taking towers as well.
Now TNC has a big timing window though. Blink Dagger online, Blink Dagger on Shaker, so they can't look for these type of fights or look for the responses if they do see them going for those big diving plays. But TNC not enjoying the pace of the game that it is going at the moment. Not entirely though. Because of Cuckoo getting picked off that one time, it does hurt them quite a bit. Raven though still farming just fine on Terrorblade.
Hood picked up for damage. We'll see.
On Rappy, you mean, right?
Oh, on Rappy.
Yeah, I was like...
I'm getting confused because we saw Sam on me earlier. Sorry, I'm Rappy. And as you say, this is what they want to do with these blinks. Get that jump. Get that surprise play.
Yep. Get some kills into buildings. Objective gaming. Haste rune bottom. Who's it going to go on? They want to leave it probably because they are smoked up. Nope, just kidding. Sam H grabs it. There's no ward there anyway to spot it out. Now they can get some deep aggressive wards, and they're on the prowl. Looking for the Spectre.
That would be the dream, but as it is, Tusk stands between them. And TNC, as you say, get some wards out. In terms of actually getting the jump, it's not quite happening yet. And we'll see this towards the mid lane. Raven is going to start pushing in, trying to bait some sort of a reaction from Happy Feet that the rest of TNC can jump on. And it's coming in. There we go. Oh, instant Echo Slam from Sam, and the burst and the stun follow-up takes down Rappy. Omni Knight gone. Snowball in as they're trying to look to recommit. Ben-Hur with the Sonic Wave able to burst down Raven before he can respond. They're down 2 though on the side of Happy Feet. Cuckoo getting out just in the nick of time with that TP from the boots to travel.
Sam H is left behind too.
Happy Feet looking to clean up, and they will get another. Ben-Hur pulling off some big plays. Being able to burst down Raven before he can respond.
He used the Sunder and Aggressive to try to kill the Omni Knight too with all their burst. So he didn't have it afterwards. Cuckoo does survive though, and now has the Blink Dagger finished up. That will give TNC a lot more team fight follow-up.
And Cuckoo and Raven are still at the top.
Jesse in some trouble here.
Well, they're going to try and lead him with the Spectre. They can't chase that. As you say, a free pick off for Cuckoo and Tim's. They had to be careful about this. These sort of movements coming around the map with this newfound Blink Dagger on Tinker. What was it, what, 3 of the 5 heroes on TNC having that Blink?
Yeah.
It's a lot of scary jump indeed. Raven, how's he doing item-wise? What's he got building next?
He's going for the Manta after that mask.
Yep.
He really needs it.
Oh, that's a big catch. Spectre getting jumped down bottom.
That's without any ultimates having to be committed to.
Oh.
Just these blinks being picked up from both Tims and Sam H, able to make so much space.
I mean, this is the thing, Spectre does take time to become that big, unstoppable beast. And at this portion of the game, with the jump that TNC have, the map is very scary for Spectre to come out upon.
Yeah, Raven with an Arcane Rune, he's going to have meta up with that as well if they want to be able to go for some type of tier 2 tower push. And very deep aggressive wards from TNC as we mentioned previously. Rappy has built the pipe to complete it, to be able to deal with that Earthshaker and Tinker inside those team fights.
And Ben-Hur has the Orchid.
Yeah. He can actually look for these kind of pickoffs until Raven has the Manta, but Raven's about to have it finished.
Oh, just get the blink off. Goes for the TP. Is he going to make it out? Ooh. No. Sonic Wave committed, and the burst damage is there.
Cuckoo with a very aggressive blink forward.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
17-11.
He's going for a Glimmer Cape on Tinker.
Oh.
Dire's top tower.
Down bottom. Tim's caught out by the Tusk. He'll turn with the stun. Stolen Hex there. Onto the Shaker, trying to hold back Sam H. Go for the quick stun and the TP out. Does not want to stick around for that fight. Tim's paying with his life.
Hemorrhaging a lot of kills here. Spectre's got the Relic now finished up. Almost has the Radiance, which will help a lot to be able to find that pick off. And it'll be really nice versus all those Blink Daggers.
Manta style complete for Raven. He's still the big issue.
Yeah.
But also as well, you know, Terra Blade not having the highest of health pools. That's also somewhere else the Radiance can come into big effect. I see 40-37 get got him, but Raven's here. Looking to try and reach across the shards. The shards actually blocking him from getting into a better position. Jump forward from the Shaker, looks for the slam. Wasn't kind of ideal still. Now looking to get round with Raven, punching into Rappy. There's the Fisher, Omni down. TNC, can they catch more? Doesn't look like they're going to try to.
That was a bit awkward for a moment.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, with this Glimmer Cape on the Tinker, it's sort of a different build. And there is a lot of magical burst this game. And Sam H. Oh, they've seen this. They'll blink back. They'll be able to turn. Oh, actually messing up the stun there, Tims. Now they go in for this tower with the illusion push.
I heard this. Yeah, that was a stolen echo, right? Yeah, that was interesting. Tims finds the catch onto Jesse. The Fisher follow up. Cuckoo's there.
Jesse's gone. Jump forward from the Shaker. They knock him down. Shaker a little deep now. Glimmer Cape is there, buying him time to TP out, and he'll make it.
The glimmers from
the Tinker.
From the Tinker. Something you definitely wouldn't expect.
Just saving everybody. Haunt is back up. With TNC already out, unlikely it gets used. Yeah, this is quite the novel use of the Glimmer Cape Tinker. Just save everybody.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to find a way so he doesn't get picked off when he goes into those lanes. Look at the wards coming out from TNC too. They're just trying to keep on this aggressive posture. Bottom lane, 2 of them placed out again right after that.
So close to that Radiance X-Ray.
Yep.
And his team knows it. They're right behind him. They know they have to protect him, get him that Radiance complete.
Raven's got a big timing window here.
Yep.
It's the 300 health talent at 15. Has Dragonlance finished after the Manta too.
They've got Echo Slam back up in 10 seconds.
Yeah. They're going to look to go for something here. They can get a pick off and then they can go for the Roche with the meta. That's probably the best play that they've got going. Bottom, Tims. Looks like this is kind of a bait here from Tims, though.
Yeah, look at Raven, wraps around from the back. They've got the Echo Slam straight up to lock down the Omni Knight. Rappy's gone. They're going to move across. Tims falling low, gets telekinesis up. Cuckoo goes for the TP out, doesn't quite make it. They lose both Cuckoo and Tims. Can the rest of TNC clean up? That's the question. Looks like 1437 has just been left behind. As Raven, he's already out of there. He does not want to take that fight. And that will cost the rest of his team's lives.
4 for 1. They have to commit so much to kill this Omni Knight because of how tanky it is. Tanky he is, and yeah, with the Haunt coming in from Spectre and Radiance. This is looking troublesome now for TNC, and Happy Feet just really turning the pace up.
Very close game this time round.
Jules involved in 22 out of 23 of their kills. It's really just keeping it up with that kill participation.
Interesting to see if TNC will be able to stop this push, and looks like they will. Everyone respawning back up, and Happy Feet no intent of forcing too hard down this bottom lane. I know they are getting more and more comfortable with their position. They do have that Spectre that can take it late.
This could be a long one, Owen.
Certainly could be. Spectres, Terrorblades, Tinkers. Both teams comfortable setting this one out for the long haul. TNC, they are going to continue to try and find these pickups, find these rotations. They go again for the smoke up.
Is this one going to be the Roche?
Oh, could be. Okay. Now, will Happy Feet have any idea this is going on? I don't think they will. That's going to be fairly quick as well.
Yeah, with the Mask of Madness and Bloodlust, you should be able to bring it down in a very high pace here. Kuku going to continue pushing out the side lanes here, and yeah, there's still no Spectre. Hunt for another 40 seconds. They should get away with this one quite easily.
There we go indeed. Easy Roche for TNC. Raven grabs the Aegis.
Tims finds the catch onto Jules mid. Follow-up stun. The repel comes out though.
With the mech is buying him some time, and it's enough. Jules will survive.
Thanks.
So definitely the closest game that we've had today here. Back and forth action.
They know Metamorphosis is down. Happy Feet looking to take a fight while that's on cooldown. They've got Spectre Hunt at the ready too. They want to be able to use it every single cooldown. Can they find anything though? It'll just be enough.
Quite find the trap with the shards, but it might not matter. With a snowball and the punch, that's enough control to take that ogre down.
They don't have to expend the Hunt for that kill either. Very nice couple of minutes for Happy Feet, catching back up slightly inside that net worth. How's Kuku doing? Has the Kaya finished up, halfway to that Aghanims.
Money changes hands.
That'll make their team fight a hell of a lot stronger, give them so much more damage.
Blink finished up on Rappy, so he can get in position for the big GAs and repel purification saves that his team requires. We've seen already in doing some big stuff in terms of just keeping these heroes alive when TNC tries to commit on them.
Yeah, I think TNC has to play around the fact that they have this Aegis right now and Kuku constantly pushing in these side lanes. You know that they're going to be split up. So I think whenever you see the Spectre farming alone from TNC, you should try to set up a smoke gank, because you're expecting them to use this kind of like haunt maneuver that they've been trying over and over again. Send 4 heroes to go for a gank, use the haunt to bump in. So I think having some deep lane wards to see where the Spectre's setting up on a lane could be their best option to look and get that pick off. But Happy Feet, they're mostly playing as a 4 unit, and it's just really the Spectre farming on the side lanes. Everybody else is just playing a bit passively as that 5-man unit.
And they will have to address this Tinker soon. He's getting away with a lot of space.
3 level 18s on the side of Happy Feet, and one of them is the support Tusk, since he's been involved in pretty much all of their kills with that 40% experience gain talent. Mid.
Jump in. Onto Raven, Spectre Horn out as well. Raven turns towards Rappy. Rappy's gone. The damage from the Metamorphosis bringing him out and down. Sonic Wave flies through onto 2. Sets up for the Shaker kill. They'll be able to pick up the line as well. TNC Kuku blinks out. Thunder from Raven gets him back up to full. Turns towards Jules, takes down the Tusk. Kuku tries for the TPI. He's not going to make it. And this quad, one more blink and he's fine. He'll get away. Forced up to the high ground. Raven trying to chase, but he gets telekinesis down to the low. And will not be able to chase anymore. Again, another successful trade for Happy Feet.
Kuku just keeps dying in these fights. He's 4 and 7 on the Tinker. He gets spotted out every single time. There that time, that was the only reason they actually got kills on the side of TNC is because Raven had a DD. So the fact that he could just slaughter that Omni Knight before he could get anything off after the repel allowed them to not lose more heroes. But that could have been a bit of a blunder there for TNC.
Raven's still absolutely massive though, as we're seeing there. They've sort of been prioritizing heroes around him in the fight, Happy Feet, but that has caused some of them to die to the power of the Terrorblade.
They're looking for Spectre down here now. Sam H and Tims.
See if they could do it. Have they got the perfect chain stun? With the finger, it's going to be close. Hex into the stun. Oh, just enough. Perfectly done that. No more, no less than the damage that they needed. Just the right amount.
That's a pretty massive kill. 3,000 experience change just from that one. And I feel like they have to be doing that. They have to keep doing that one with the Shadow Blade on Sam H. It's, as you can see, it's not really that hard when they have the chain disables if he's alone, and he will be alone in majority of those instances because he just wants to play by himself and hunt into the fights every single time. Ben-Hur, he's godlike, right? On the Queen of Pain? Yeah, I believe he is. Having a much better game this time around, even though he did have the same punishment happen to him in the laning phase with Ogre sitting on his hill.
The towers are falling though in favor of TNC.
Yep, to be expected versus Tower Blade.
Oh, look at the deal, TNC. Actually, all two of them trapped here, Tims. Now 40-37, TNC will find the middle tower. The high ground push is going to be not necessarily the hardest. There's not really the best high ground defense from Happy Feet, but no. With their heroes being as big as they are, it's certainly going to be a bit of a struggle for TNC when it comes to trying to break the base. Skadi finished now for Raven.
I think TNC is happy with taking this to the later and later stages when they have a Tinker. That hero just gets more and more massive. Same kind of concept with Terrorblade. Whenever Terrorblade wants to, he can go for that BKB and Butterfly, and he's going to be pretty tough to bring down. Cuckoo now does have the Aghanims finished up, so he has hit that big peak timing for himself as well at the 30-minute mark.
Heard for 14-37 as well. Keep himself alive when he gets jumped on in the middle of these fights. Jules with the Greaves, going for the Yules next.
Middle tower is under attack.
Grouping up mid, just in case anyone came in to defend this, but TNC no interest in that at all. They'll let this one go. Cuckoo is going to TP in though to clear the way. Oh no, he's not. He'll hold back. Doesn't want to head over there, knows that there's a bit of a trap waiting.
Yeah, he's trying to get information of where the rest of Happy Feet is, and now they know. And they even see the Spectre walking through the jungle, but now top.
So comes through. They got the Fire Blast, but they'll leave it. Ben-Hur does get the kill. They'll put the Horn, looking to try and get more out of this. They turn towards 14-37 and Sam H. 14-37 gets out. Sam H will not.
Spectre Haunt used. TNC, when they get the respawns from the Earthshaker in the line, it's go time to try to find some type of engagement happen. They have to take advantage whenever that Haunt's on cooldown. Only a 1k gold advantage though for TNC. It is a very back and forth game, and as I was mentioning before, you know, those high levels coming out from Happy Feet, they're 15,000 experience ahead, even though they are losing in the gold department. This Tusk, Jules, almost level 20. He's almost the highest level in the game. Level 21, same level or higher than his Spectre.
Oh, up top, X-Rag. He's under the tower. Raven starting to beat into him. They need more to take him down. The Spectre has been repelled. They're trying to get him out of there. Ooh. Oh, the stolen Sunder from Jesse. Gets him back up to full health and puts Cuckoo off chasing for more. He may still be in trouble himself. He's hiding. They're hunting, but they ain't finding.
He's actually going to live. Nice little juke spot there by Jesse.
Good down bottom though, he does find the Tusk. One of the downsides to that Tusk being as highly leveled as he is down for a long time now.
Yeah, he gives up, look at that experience change too. He gives up 2,600 experience to the Tinker when he dies.
And with one man down on Happy Feet, TNC know this is the time to try and find the jump, and they may just have found it. They jump forward, instant hex, they managed to get the catch onto Rappy. Omni Knight gone as well for a minute. 2 heroes down.
They were looking for the Spectre mid too, but Sam H's Blink Dagger got cancelled by the Manta illusions with Radiance.
They're looking towards Cuckoo, but they just don't have the control with those 2 heroes down.
There's 50 seconds, no Omni Knight.
Yeah.
40 seconds, no Tusk. They've got meta. They might just go for the high ground here. Like we were mentioning, there's not really great deep push coming out from the side of Happy Feet.
And here we go.
This is a very tough Rax to defend.
They've got the fortification. They do have Hornet Sonic Wave, but with 2 men down, Happy Feet may have trouble holding on to this area at the base. The tower falling, Metamorphosis up for a good amount of time. They'll continue for more. They smoke up Jetty. Oh, the stolen Thunder! The jump in, the telekinesis, the Sonic Wave! Jesse Vash with the plays, and now the Horn. They're looking to chase for more. They'll get 14-37 for sure. They hold on. What a play from the Rubik. Jesse Vash, the smoke used to close the gap. Jump in like that. And wow. Puts an end to a push that could have been very, very costly for Happy Feet. They look like they were about to lose a Rax there.
That is literally the only way that they kill Raven there. Having Sunder stolen with a low HP Rubik.
And I want to say, it must have been towards the end of the time that he had that ult as well. Because he got it from earlier.
He still has it for a bit of time.
Okay, still has a bit of time.
Still has it for a bit.
But that was
beautiful. That's perfectly executed by Happy Feet.
Showing
Jessie
how
now, though.
Oh, okay. Goodbye to the Sunder.
And like we mentioned, you know, Happy Feet doesn't have the greatest roast lineup. They are going for it here. They should be able to claim it as well. But it is taking them some time. That's Aegis and Cheese. Happy Feet keeping this game very competitive.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
What's Raven going for build-wise?
Hasn't queued up anything.
He's got a bit of money though. Yeah, well, 3,200. I mean, is this a game where he needs to get a BKB?
I think the safest buy is the BKB. Yeah. Might want to be a little bit greedy, but I think he should just go for that BKB.
He's got to be careful with that Sunder. I mean, just giving it away to the Rubik can definitely cost the Terrorblade his life if plays like that continue to come out from Jessie.
What's Cuckoo gonna buy as the next item? Will it be the Daggons? Will it be the Hex? Or will he go for something more safe? This we'll find out too. He's sitting on a lot of gold here.
As you say, a lot of options. So could be good for him. Ben-Hur.
Oh, Bloodstone. Okay.
Okay.
Just wanted to have a higher mana pool.
Keep himself out a little longer in these pushes. And yeah, Bloodstone and Kaya, the mana it gives you and the regen you have, that cost down as well. That's going to be pretty huge for keeping the Tinker out for the duration of these team fights.
Yeah. Full BKB finished on Ben-Hur. Level 25 has been attained. He's got the Lincoln spell block on top of Lincoln's. It'll be pretty hard to actually get the catch onto this Queen of Pain now. He is the first level 25. Sam H on the prow with that Shadow Blade, but he was spotted by the Ops and the Sentry that was placed by Happy Feet earlier in that top lane. Jessie trying to get a steal here onto the Fissure. They are looking for Sam H as well with Jewels, but they're unable to find it.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has
Happy
fallen.
Feet take a tower, pushing in, getting these objectives.
I like this too. They bought a gem and put it on the Spectre, put on X-Rag, so whenever he does haunt, he doesn't have to worry so much about that. Well, the Glimmer Cape's not there anymore, but what was a Glimmer Cape on Cuckoo earlier. But he still also can now find Sam H with who has a Shadow Blade. So that gem pickup will be very lovely for the Spectre to find people.
Extra degen, or of course taken with the level 20 on Omni-Knight, but as we mentioned earlier, that could come back to affect them as well with the reflection plays that Raven will be looking for.
2 minutes until that Aegis disappears. That's probably when TNC will look to take a fight. Don't want to fight into Aegis and Cheese when you're versus a Spectre lineup.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Happy Feet though, taking advantage of when they do have it. They are looking for that one of those last tier 2 outer towers.
Ben-Hur doing very well this game.
Yeah, 11-1. Still hasn't died again. Still in that godlike streak.
And he's actually going to lead it because the Silence onto 1437 quick. Full staff and Ogre's back up to the high ground. The space will be there for Happy Feet to claim another tier 2.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Kuka's queued up BKB after that Bloodstone, so wanting that defensive item just to be able to get away from the side of Happy Feet. And so he can just deal damage in a more efficient position rather than just killing himself every single time.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Now we get this tower as well. Or will they, Raven? Having a bit of a look in. Being very, very careful about how he chooses to take the fights at this stage. One bad fight could cost them the game, TNC.
Yep. Great usage of the Aegis there by Happy Feet, cleaning up the outer towers. Aegis is going to be getting reclaimed. in about 30 seconds. And that's probably when we'll see TNC smoke. They have to push out their lanes though. Cuckoo, that's his job. Item of choice for Rappy. He has the Lotus Orb now, so they're starting to minimize to be able to deal with that Terrorblade Sunder more. Lotus Orb, one of the hard counters to that, as if you reflect it, can just really screw over the Terrorblade, and then he's going to be going for Aghanims next to defend versus all that physical damage. And yeah, like I was mentioning, TNC, they go for the smoke. Aegis is reclaimed. They got
Time to make the jump, indeed, and they have to do something big. If they don't catch 1 or 2 heroes at the start of it, the turnaround will be there with a big horn.
I think Happy Feet should know this one's going on, especially because they saw that mid lane not being pushed out, but uh-oh. Spectre, he's pretty far up right now.
Oh, he's got to get back.
All right, he does back up.
He has to get back. He cannot be jumped on.
DD rune bottom. This could be one that decides the game, or one that decides the next team fight if it's on Raven and it does go out.
Oh,
40-minute mark.
Hang on, DD bottom, arcane rune top.
Yeah,
yes,
40-minute
please.
mark.
Take that for the meta. Time to absolutely push with those 2 runes on him. A very, very, very good little peak of power that Raven can utilize.
Such a close game though. Still only a 1k gold advantage. Less than a 1k gold advantage for Happy Feet.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Yeah, down bottom, Jesse Vash. Tell you what, he's hunting, and he's only just gone and caught him.
And Cuckoo does not have the BKB in his inventory just yet.
Oh, and he's not getting out because of it.
He had the Soul Ring in the bottle instead.
And look who else they're losing. They lost the Lion. They will get the Tusker, will they? Jules buying time in the Snowball. And he actually goes to the Illusion, so he's going to be safe. Smart play there from the Tusk. And yeah, 2 down on TNC. That patient, that catch from Jesse Vash. Oh no, Sonic Wave does not connect.
Don't think it was enough damage to kill the Ogre exactly just with that either, but still, it does miss it. That's a long cooldown. They don't have Haunt, they don't have Co-op ulti, but Tinker is dead for another 10 seconds. He did have the Bloodstone charges, but he's not going to make that mistake again of TPing with the BKB inside of his backpack. That is a very costly one there for him. And now Spectre with a full heart, 4k HP, and he has the extra dispersion talent. That 30% damage reflected can really start to add up in the fights.
Did go all in on the... If he gets caught out, there won't be buyback for this Spectre.
He's got cheese, though. I think it'll be really tough
he is massive.
For them to burst him without him getting cheese off, especially with a Omni Knight sitting near him. Who almost has the Aghanims finished up, which will really help versus Raven.
Do we have a Spirit Vessel on TNC's lineup? Could be nice against the Heart of the Spectre if he's trying to back in and out of the fight. So I don't think anyone does.
Don't see one.
Oh, actually down middle. Shaker's been jumped on. He's in trouble here. They're going to force him to the sideline. With the blink out as well, he'll get out. Jules now has gone very, very deep. They're going to turn, look to try and take this. Benno into midst of it all, but Cuckoo pops the BKB. They've got the stun. The GA comes out just in time, but Raven in the midst of it all, trying to punch into them, bringing them down low. This Spectre falling, but he swallows the cheese. He has been hexed up. Raven, he's got to back off now. The BKB's wearing off. He has to be careful. Ben-Hur picking along the sidelines, gets 3. Raven, he's all on his own here, trying to man up against the Spectre. Does he have enough damage? He's still got the Thunder.
Lotus Orb.
No! The Lotus Orb play!
Wait. He's under the Illusion, and the Illusion got Lotus Orbed. Okay. The mind games. The prediction by Rappy. And everyone from TNC's dead. They found Cuckoo again inside that fight, and he got isolated. They have to use buybacks. This is looking like Happy Feet's actually going to take this game. 7k gold advantage for them. Now 9k gold advantage from the 2 buybacks.
Oh boy, can they defend this? It's going to be a tough one. They have got the Tinker, one of the masters of high ground defense. And I tell you what, it is working for the most part. Cuckoo getting the majority low. Oh, until he gets jumped on. Ben-Hur immediately goes for the jump. The stunning with the snowball in as well. Cuckoo falling low and he's down. They've lost Cuckoo. Raven goes towards Jules, but the Guardian Greaves keeping Jules alive for now. Fire Blast from 1437. Can he beat down this Tusk? He can. Jules is gone. But so are the racks. TNC losing the mid racks.
Oh my god. That swing is unbelievable. It is a straight upwards line from Happy Feet in that last engagement. the GA catching on pretty much everybody there. So Raven trying to focus down any targets, but he was just doing no damage. And with the cheese on top of the Spectre too, as we mentioned, they do not have the damage to burst him out.
Not at all.
And Cuckoo got spotted in the tree line there. Oh, TNC's in a world of hurt now.
Metamorphosis back up in 20. Oh, they are going to find the Rubik outside the base, straight in, and bam! Jesse Bastion's down. Down for 1 minute, that Rubik. What else can they do with that time, though? Oh, actually, Ben-Hur poking around with him a little bit. He's jumping forward. He's looking for 1437. Fisher comes through as well as the Fire Blast. Ben-Hur feeling very, very, very safe at the moment. But oh no, he's jumped into Raven. Metamorphosis comes out. He's got the BKB there, Ben, so he should be fine with the secondary blink. Gets himself away. Cuckoo, he's trying to chase this. Oh, Sam H, he's hunted him down. Silence from Ben-Hur, though. Do they have enough burst from Cuckoo? He's trying his best to chase down with the rearm. He's got eyes on him. Lincoln is there. Fisher comes through. Jump forward with the slam, but the repel is on Ben. Ben will survive. Turns towards Sam. Sam forced up to the high ground. They can't kill Ben.
It's Omni Knight play. Rappy on point. Saving his buddy now, Raven.
Oh, he's being focused by X-Rag. They're coming in.
They can't die. They have no buyback.
The Hex is there onto the Spectre, but the Snowball. Buying time for the Spectre. They roll in. They're looking for Cuckoo. They manage to get the TP cancelled with the Wash Punch. Goes for the BKB, the rearm. He's trying to get himself out of this one, but he's being surrounded. Cuckoo's down. 70 seconds, no Tinker. The Horde comes out as they're ready to look for more. They're chasing down Raven. He's stuck here. Does get the Thunder off. Turns towards X-Rag, but again, these Walrus punches flowing him down. Raven will be able to run himself away, but 1437 held to the sidelines by the telekinesis. Raven surrounded. X-Rag, Ben-Hur, and Rappy moving in onto Raven, bursting him down with the Sonic Wave. And with 4 down on TNC, that should be as good as GG for them. Shaker, the one man left. Not even an Echo Slam for 50 seconds for Sam. And this should be game over. And we look to be going to a game 3. And with Happy Feet playing like this,
GG.
I don't know who's going to take the deciding one. GG, well played is called. And what a performance from Happy Feet there. The Ben-Hur Quap really pulling through absolutely massively. 17-1-14. And great to see a game that I feel like I haven't seen in a long time, to be fair, where a Tusk has such an impression. What a Tusk.
Jules owned this game. Involved in 36 of the 43 kills. He was everywhere in the laning phase.
We might be young at heart, but we're still dreaming. Eyes wide open, we leave this place behind. No matter what they say, yeah, 'cause we're stronger than iron. We won't let them break us down. Now we're heading over the clouds. 'Cause we're walking on air, walking on air, getting high over the surface, walking on air. Yeah, we're walking on air, walking on air, going way beyond the horizon, walking on air. Ain't gonna come down. Oh, 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 oh. Ain't gonna come down. Oh, 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 walking on The sky has opened up. We start our engines, count down from 10. Kiss the sun goodnight and go where no one goes. Yeah, 'cause we're chasing desires up above the city lights. Yeah, we're burning like fire now. 'Cause we're walking on air, walking on air, feeling high over the surface, walking on air. Yeah, we're walking on air, walking on air, going way beyond the horizon,
You ain't know? We reboot it. Southpaw 2.0. Don't be stupid. Run when you got the chance. Cause this time, bang, Watson in. Don't hesitate. I'll decimate. It ain't nothing to push a button and detonate. Spit fire and trip wire. You get blew up. Let's go. Suit up. Suit up. Suit up. My genetic is cybernetic. Kinetic energy got my enemy side of crevice. Literally, by the medic in 9 seconds. Pop, pop, more shots than a diabetic. Pathetic, lay on the ground, saying the sound to get an 8K to your crown. Does it look like I'm playing around, spraying around with they say I'm laying them down? It's like that, fight back, and end up begging for your life, chat. So run when you got the chance, cause this time, bang ain't Watson in. Don't hesitate, I'll decimate. It ain't nothing to push a button and detonate. Spit fire and trip wire, you get blew up. Let's go, suit up. Southpaw 2.0. Suit up. Suit up.
pictures in the magazines today. And I should be excited, but I'm really kinda tired of it. I know curious minds, they're all looking to find some story they can tell to sell the evening shows tonight. Well, they've got it wrong, and you're gonna see. They know my name, but they don't know a thing about me. This is my life, and I'm gonna show you all of the dreams and hopes I hold on to. It's more than you ever thought you'd see. This is my chance, and I'm gonna take it. This is a story, I'm gonna break it now. It's the truth about me. Forget about the rumors that you hear. They fill the page with this and that, but I'll be sincere. I'm not afraid to let you in, 'cause I'm a tough girl. I've got skin that's thick enough to let you see the good and bad, yeah, all of me. This is my life, and I'm gonna show you all of the dreams and hopes I hold on to. It's more than you ever thought you'd see. This is my chance, and I'm gonna take it. This is a story, I'm gonna break it now. It's the truth about me. This is my life, and I'm gonna show you all of the dreams and hopes I hold on to. It's more than you ever thought you'd see. This is my chance, and I'm gonna take it. This is a story, I'm gonna break it now. It's the truth about me. Na 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 na. Truth about me. Na 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 na.
Get to just keep chasing for more.
Is this the Thunder on the Illusion?
Radiance ban.
I think.
Or is it later? It's this same location. I was like, well, this is. Oh yeah, this is.
Yeah.
The game. But they do end up catching him here. Oh, so because at some point I looked at the net worth and you had like Fairblade,
10
Tinker.
seconds.
You know, they were doing real well.
Yep.
But
Radiance
were they
ban.
just not able to end early enough? Was that the problem?
Well, I think even when you have a net worth lead, it doesn't mean anything if you can't siege the high ground.
True.
And Tinker as the pick just, I mean, it's okay for pushing, but at the same time, the Radiant also had a ton of counter push.
Yeah.
So they were able to delay
10
it to a
seconds
point
to
where
pick.
Spectre started to creep over.
So you're thinking it was a
Like,
drafting issue?
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
I think the Tusk was able to do too much because of the draft, and also they made a couple of errors in terms of like bass smoke gangs and stuff like that.
Well, let's see how the draft will go down for game number 3. We have a draft as Charlie is in the war room,
Dyer's
ready
ban.
to put out the bans and picks, and let's see what these two teams have in store
Radiant's
for each
ban.
other. What we got is a Puck and a Queen of Pain banned by TNC, with an Iowa and a Night Stalker banned out for Happy Feet. And I'm not surprised to see Ben-Hur's Squat banned out. We did see in game 1 that he struggled
Only 10
with the
seconds.
first last hit coming in at minute 4, but this game was
They helped him.
doing him a lot more
Hurry,
justice.
Hurry.
Yeah,
They actually helped him, so thank goodness.
He needed
Dyer's
that too.
ban.
but he's not going to be able to play that this time. We will see him on a different hero as it gets banned out. We have an Omni Knight ban on the side of TNC as well. So that's already 2 heroes that Happy Feet had previous game. The TNC decided to remove.
10 seconds to pick.
Given the indication
5
that they thought it
seconds
was.
remain.
It was a good draft from Happy Feet, rather than Anything else? Really looking for a ban for Happy Feet? What do you feel like we're gonna see in the first couple of picks? With the Night Stalker out, who's been well, Ogre Magi obviously was the first pick in a lot of our games today.
Ogre, and despite the fact that we don't like it, Undying is still very popular. So I imagine those heroes is gonna get picked early.
I really like the Ogre.
Yeah.
Only 10
It's
seconds.
enabled Cuckoo's lane a lot, given Ben
Dire team are
Hur
now
a very
picking.
hard time.
And there it is. Ogre for well, for helping Cuckoo again. Probably a 1-4-3-7 Ogre again.
Probably the most effective 5-position hero. It allows the captain to just like
10 seconds to pick.
and you're tanky, you know?
Yeah.
And all you have to do is cast Bloodlust.
5
Later
seconds.
on in the game is just a
Hurry,
bloodlust
hurry.
machine. We saw that last weekend also with EG with Fear, which is
I'm gonna start
bloodlusting.
picking Ogre in pubs. Start casting Bloodlust and be like, the game's on you now. I did all I need to do.
Well, that's a tricky one. It's a risky one because you kind of like banking that your teammates are gonna do
Oh,
your
yeah.
work for you. So it's like
It's a good pick if you are queue into one of those games where you're
the lowest MMR.
Yeah, lowest
Yeah.
MMR by far. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna pick Ogre. Submit.
and it's a good pick if you're duo queuing. If you know that you're actually bloodlusting the person that you know can actually pull through.
Yeah.
Winter Wyvern making it as the first pick for Happy Feet.
Radiant
That is
team
the
are
first
now
Wyvern
picking.
we've seen today. Is that it?
No.
Is it?
Is it? We had a ban from TNC previous game, ban from TNC game before, ban from Mineski before that, ban from
question me,
Mineski before
Shiver.
that, ban from TNC before that. What is
Only
this?
10
Ban from the
seconds.
first
Don't
pick Winter
question me,
Wyvern.
Shiver.
I feel like we've seen Winter Wyvern just
5 seconds
today.
remain.
But I guess we have not. I won't dare question you again ever.
So Tusk is picked again. So normally when Tusk is picked so
Dire's
early,
ban.
you're supposed to pick heroes that don't get shut down by Tusk. But Eben, man, he's like, I don't give a damn about Tusk. Goes in for the slaughter.
Do you feel like Tusk is countering Slaughter already?
I mean,
10
you don't have
seconds
to
to
like
pick.
pick 4 heroes that doesn't get countered by slaughter.
Where do you think this Slaughter is?
5 seconds
Uh,
remain.
I think it's a 3.
Okay.
Why?
So Sam H is very good on the
Radiant's
very
ban.
good on the hero. But of course it could be a 4. Either way, it's gonna go into the bottom lane.
Okay. We have a Vengeful Spirit ban. We say bottom lane. Are you expecting them to have because aggressive
Actually,
trial and otherwise? Because
They-
TNC is Radiant.
10 seconds
sorry,
to
I
pick.
meant off lane.
Okay.
But safe lane
Dire's
slaughter has
ban.
also been the craze in C, so it could be there as well.
TNC ban out their own Tinker.
Okay.
Didn't work out for them previous game, and they don't want to deal with it themselves on the side of Happy Feet.
I'm
Only
looking at
10
mid laners that
seconds.
don't get roamed on by Tusk, and it feels like
5
puck
seconds.
out,
Hurry,
clean out.
hurry.
what's left?
Templar Assassin?
Like nobody has a good escape.
No. But you can survive. A
Yeah.
Templar Assassin can survive. A Dragon Knight can
Radiant's
survive.
ban.
An OD would be able to survive.
Phantom Lancer.
Look, man, Cuckoo will take PL mid any day of the week, for better or for worse. OD's banned out for
OD did
Happy
get
Feet.
banned.
10 seconds to pick.
Maybe Lina? Because you can
5
stun everybody
seconds
when you come into
remain.
the snowball. I don't know if that... Because you're still going to get annoyed by the Tusk. But you might be able to survive. Because of
If
your
you
stun.
time it wrong, like if you,
You're just
Oh, if you
dead.
time it wrong, you're dead.
during the snowball, you're dead. I
But
don't know.
you're going to imagine that you time it right, though.
I mean,
I think it's a little early to think about that right now. On the side of, I guess,
TNC.
both teams.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just the third pick. Don't need to pick your mid yet.
True. You can wait it out. We are looking for a pick for TNC as they go into their bonus time once more. These two teams take a lot of time for their first couple of picks. We saw that previous game as well, as mostly all of the bonus time gets ticked away before the end of the draft, and that is not always the case.
I like Ogre here, or not Ogre. I like Darkseer here
team
for
are now
both of the
picking.
teams. Because Darkseer Slardar dual off lane has been a lane that TNC has played very well in the past. Vacuum Crush. And also on the side of Happy Feet, can you imagine putting the Iron Shot on that Tusk? Vacuum Winter's Curse is also a very
Only
broken
10
combo. You could
seconds.
do either half first. You could Curse first and then Vacuum, or vice versa.
5
You're right,
seconds.
you're right.
Hurry, hurry.
And I meant tiny, or the banner for TNC rather than a pick. We do have a pick for Happy Feet very soon, hopefully.
Radiant team pick.
Did you say that Tiny got banned?
Yeah,
Tiny got banned.
got banned.
Yes. And the Chaos Knight got picked by Happy Feet. Why would they go for the Chaos Knight? Is that no, why would they go for the Chaos Knight
10 seconds to
so
pick.
early?
It's
Normally
a very
you see
good
this
pick right
across-
now.
5 seconds remain.
Pick that I think has a very high win rate. At the same time, I think your point is very valid, Shiver. Like, they could just now draft a ton of AoE. I hope they don't go for that Zeus again, though. That was...
They did not go
That-
as planned. But
that
they
hero
have
was not a-
support Zeus. Maybe that's what Happy Feet are doing. Just hope that they pick support Zeus again because that didn't go well.
Dire team
Okay.
pick.
It is going to be Batrider. And that does reveal that Slardar is
Be a four.
going to be a 4 position.
Okay.
Unless the miraculous chain of events happens where Batrider is mid, but I don't think that we are in that era anymore, so
No, we are not.
good old times.
No, we could see
Only
Medusa.
10 seconds.
On the side of TNC.
Yeah.
I like that quite a bit.
Yeah.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
You get the Ags, show all the CK illusions. Easy peasy.
You can, with the Batrider, make sure that someone gets hit by the Stone Gaze
Radiant
regardless,
team are now
because you
picking.
just drag him in there.
Legion Commander.
But that's a Legion Commander. Nice counter to the bet already, and still fit nicely into their draft. That will be your offlaner for Happy Feet.
I actually really like Medusa here.
Still?
For TNC.
Only
Yeah.
10 seconds.
It's a hero
Dire's
that
ban.
Tusk might have a hard time taking.
Hey, there
Hey.
you go.
Good call. DNC agreed with you.
I wonder what the item bill is. It's probably like Phase, Aquila, Pike into Ags. And then once you're at that point, you're just like, yep. I
10
counter your whole team.
seconds to pick.
Done.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
So for TNC, we're looking for their core, their carry, and assuming Medusa as mid. Mushi does play Medusa for
Radiant's
wrong
ban.
team. Never mind that.
Mushi does indeed play Medusa. that is...
He plays Medusa for Mineski.
And he goes Manta style on it. Ugh.
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 His success rate is not that high, I believe, either. So
I mean, he wins a lot of his Medusa
10
games.
seconds
Not this
to
season.
pick.
Not this season.
I don't think so. I think that most of the game, well, they obviously
5
are
seconds
winning more
remain.
regardless. But I don't think Medusa is a big reason for that. We have a Timber Saw ban out by Happy Feet. They are expecting a core to still get picked up. I guess Timber Saw would be nice to clear illusions so far. I mean, Medusa surely clears illusions a little bit. Is it enough, though? Probably not.
Well, if she gets the
Radiant
Axe,
team are
Axe
now
just
picking.
one-shot the illusion.
Yeah,
Okay.
Axe alone is definitely enough to counter Chaos Knight.
PL is the last ban by TNC. The Phantom Lance. For the mid laner for Happy Feet and the safe laner for
Only
TNC.
10 seconds.
I wonder if Ben-Hur is a good Invoker player.
5
EMP
seconds.
Tornado going to be
Hurry,
pretty good.
hurry.
You got Sunstrike setups from your LC. It is 3 very heavy farm core, which is the concern there.
Wouldn't you just go for a Mirana and go for the Fuse Blade?
That works as well. It just comes down to the pacing
Dire
of the game
team
you
pick.
want to play.
It's a Razor. I don't like Razor. But in this draft, I can see why he's decent. It's going to be very tough to kill him, I think.
I think he's actually quite good here. He is going to be your frontline
Only 10
fairly tanky
seconds.
stuff. Static Link will maintain even through Phantasm. So you'll
5
still
seconds
know which one is
remain.
real.
I like this because you're going to have your 2 supports that are going to roam around a lot. You want a very self-sufficient safe laner.
Yeah.
And he has a really good matchup against Legion Commander.
I was thinking you want Mirana instead because she could leap out because of the reason where your supports are roaming around. You want
to
to.
select
He
heroes.
has issue with shards early on. He'll get Pike, but before that, he's gonna have issue. We're gonna have a Storm final pick here for Happy Feet.
Quite a bit of disable.
Yeah, I don't know about the Storm pick.
The Snake is very tricky to lane against for a Storm, but I guess he's gonna have a Tusk to help out. But then again, there's also gonna be an Ogre there.
Storm's kind of vulnerable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Charlie, it's up to you to decide well, not to decide who wins, but you can
Yeah, he's
choose
deciding who's winning.
who you think is
the
gonna
power is mine.
Yeah. Who do you think is gonna win?
I'm going TNC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Medusa Razor. Not like a huge fan of Storm here.
Okay. Lumi?
Same. TNC.
TNC for me as well. I know that Happy Feet proved us wrong previous game. And they can. Let's find out if they do in game number 3 with OD Pixel and Fogged.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, final game of the day as we are ready to kick into TNC versus Happy Feet game 3. I'm OD Pixel. I'm here with Fogged. And what are we expecting from this one? Would you agree? Like this Storm final pick, normally picked up when it's a good game to do so, but there's a little bit of lockdown on on TNC. How good can the Storm be?
Well, I think Happy Feet's just trying to take it to the late game. They're trying to find that hero that's pretty elusive. There's Ogre, Stun, Slaughter, and Batrider, but those aren't guaranteed lockdowns in a Storm. You can kind of zip and zap out of those before you get initially stunned. But if you do get grabbed, it will be troublesome, and you might have a big engagement happen here.
Oh, he's gonna get the lead in first.
5v5. Let's go.
Wyvern. He will be able to Arctic Burn, keep his distance. Rapid's going to try and turn the Static Link is out. They get the crush through. Tim's falling low. He's trapped. Tim's is down. First blood for X-Rag. Rappy will get out of there, but the rest won't be as lucky. Double kill for the CK, and they're looking towards Cuckoo. They'll get themselves a 3rd kill. Happy Feet. 2 lose 1 in return. 3 for 1 so far. TNC trying to chase, see if they can get another one to get the revenge kill, but it ain't going to be the case. So 3 kills for Happy Feet, a first blood as well.
Oh boy. So, panel talked about it, of course, the Medusa versus CK interaction and the Legion Commander versus the Batrider. So, both of them kind of counterpicking each other in a way. But I like this Medusa. Medusa's really solid here. Not really sold 100% on the Razor, but it is just, I'm pretty sure just for the laning matchup is what TNC is going for. It actually just destroys poor Legion Commander. You have to go boots so you can avoid that link, and it still is pretty tough. But it is pretty awkward the way that they are walking back through lanes after all dying. The Ogre's gonna sit on mid with the Tusk. Same thing as the last time. And Medusa should have a pretty favorable matchup versus that Storm Spirit. But at the beginning, since that whole first blood thing kind of happened, Ben-Hur will come out ahead at 3-0.
1437 just trying to give Jules a right rundown. Out top, bit of a go being made. They bring the Rift in onto Tim's.
I think Jesse can actually have such a big impact in this game. There's not really a crazy amount of magic damage coming out from TNC, so that Cold Embrace could prove to be pretty damn obnoxious.
Does have to be careful in the way he uses it around the Static Link and Stone Gauge though in the team fight.
Yes.
Could set up for some pleasurable plays for TNC in that case. Jules going for the TP out. And he's not making it.
No.
The damage only just there, but it is.
Ogre Club to the face.
So far, Ben-Hur doing all right with the CS despite that pressure from the Ogre Medusa.
Yep. That head start from just because of those kills early on. He was able to get the link quicker. Top lane should be pretty nice for Sam H. This is one of his better heroes as well, the Batrider. She'll be able to get a good chunk of levels here from Tim's. I think Tim's they gotta be able to stack up for the Batrider too, just enable that farm to accelerate. And that's what we will see coming out from the Slaughter. Rappy doing incredibly well in this bottom lane versus Raven. Just because he got the boots so early on top of that stout shield.
Oh, and Tim's caught out by the 3 of them. killing spree for Extract at 2 minutes in as he picks up the 3rd kill this game.
Jules, again, the toss. He's died twice already in the first 2 minutes, but part of all 4 kills. He is a Tusk player for sure.
Mid lane. Salving up, 14-37. Coming in and being that brick in between Ben-Hur and the creeps. Making it very hard for Storm to get in range of anything, as it were.
So I was thinking Sam H would actually be doing really good up here because he was versus the dual lane for quite a while, but he actually only has 2 last hits somehow. I'm not sure how he's getting stoned out so hard from the CK and Wyvern. Of course, when the Tusk comes up, it's really difficult, but it's just the 2 of them. It's a bit surprising to see how far behind he is. But he will have stacks to kind of catch him back up. We see Tim stacking for him, and we see on the side there's also that double stack that was stacked before.
Bottom lane. Hey. ELC getting good CS down in this lane against Raven. Suddenly feels like a lane that could get a bit spooky for the Legion with the static link in play. And talking about it, try and close them down. Happy will be able to get behind the tower.
Oh, that's cool. So the overwhelming odds, that bonus movement speed he got, whenever Raven closes the gap with the current, it actually removes it. Saw that interaction actually happened. Haven't seen too much of the Razor versus the Legion matchup since the change on Razor, so that's pretty nice.
Bottom tower under fire.
Mid lane. Continuing to have Cuckoo taking the lead, but it is close. Ben-Hur keeping up. Only slightly behind.
Lane's playing out kind of as we expected. The Razor versus Legion pulling ahead, and the Medusa versus the Storm pulling ahead as well. Or the Medusa versus... Yeah, did I say that right? I don't even know anymore.
Oh, it's
Brain's not working.
The rift onto Sam. Stun as well. Tim's coming across trying to help out. There's nothing he can do. The kill is already complete and going the way of Extrag once again.
CK getting every single one of the kills.
Money for sure. Will be adding up big time for Extrag. The early game little skirmishes that he's coming out on top of.
Again, they're gonna go.
And they're gonna get it. With that sharp block, the crush will come through, but the snowball dodge is there. Sam, is he out?
3-man stun,
Oh,
Splinter Blast!
Blast! Very nicely done there from Jesse Vash.
His top lane is a disaster.
Extract? This man's going deep. The one charge just rifts his way back out of that. He is an absolute crazy one. And he's got the money. The completed Trez 1, Stout Shield. Pretty beefy for 5 minutes in on this very farm CK.
Yeah,
Dire's bottom
it's
tower
definitely
is
a
being
problem
attacked.
coming out for the Batrider. Already having 2 deaths to his name. Same thing with Tim's. They've even positioned the Ogre up here now too, to try to make sure that they don't die as much.
I've got to do something to stop the feed. Can't get the CK more and more of this. Bottom lane Raven is leading the CS. He may not be getting kills, but getting a lane to himself. And getting good farm, so that level difference will be there between him and the CK.
Shrine cuts used. 3-man Shrine into a smoke. Looks like they might try to actually kill Cuckoo here with this one.
Bring in the CK mid, could catch the Medusa off guard. He's trying with the lead in, and he's got the rift back. Drags him in to the stun. They've got the damage.
He didn't actually have mana shield on either, so he died incredibly quickly. He was probably dead anyway, but he could have made him work for it a little bit harder.
Dire's middle tower
Sort
is
of
being
movement.
attacked.
Hard to predict if you're TNC.
Yeah, really nice play.
Straight back up to top. Next rack with the kills he's involved in, leading the network.
Dire's top
Very
tower
close
is
all
under
around.
Storm's having a great game though. Like already 33 less hits. He jungled a bit, but I mean, having him have this lane is pretty damn fortunate for them when he's versus the Medusa and Ogre that started off. All in all, happy feet. Been pretty solid in this laning phase. I mean, 30 last hits on the Legion Commander. I thought it would be more of a advantage coming out for Razor. Now Jules looking to make the move down bottom with Jesse. Shard's unable to get there.
With the phase boost done on Razor now as well. It's
Radiant's
even
middle
harder to make
tower
those
is
sort of
taking
movements.
damage.
So CK is farming very well, but you know there's always going to be that interaction of the Medusa later on versus CK. Phantasm, and he'll probably go for the Aghanims on Dusa, being able to clear out those illusions. And Cuckoo is still farming well, even though he has died twice. The first death was in the 5v5 engagement, but that secondary one earned him quite a bit. How's our stacks looking? So a double Ancient stack on left side, double Ancient stack on right side for TNC. So they are prepping that one, and we do see the Batrider looking at this double stack here. And then he also has several stacks on his jungle side as well. I think a triple stack, or a double stack medium camp and a double stack hard camp too. And he's gonna start setting up for this one. Stickies, Firefly level 2, easily gonna clear that out.
Because they can try and do some of the Splinter Blast.
Get one.
Just the one. Look to try and threaten the Batrider, but indeed with the Firefly. Keep the distance. X-Rag can't quite get the catch on.
Invisibility.
2 for 7 now. Couple of braces out on Sam. So he's pretty beefy on this offlane. Playing back now.
Yep. Banner trying to make an aggressive move on bottom with the duel, but they actually weren't able to close the gap on the duel. Two bracers on. I guess he's want to itemize for Atos for the Storm, so they have more guaranteed lockdown eventually.
Yeah, it could be a different way to sort of take it because of that lineup you're against, for sure, yeah.
I did see, I mean, this was during the EU qualifier. I did see Afterlife go for an Atos one of the games, but he had no Blink Dagger ever that game, and that was an absolute disaster. So I'm not assuming that'll happen here, but I remember that game very, very clearly because it was something unbelievable that I hadn't seen before. Top 7 sticky stacks up on Rag. He's trying to force the Phantasm,
and he is going to get it. They will turn. Will they get this kill? Rappy's coming in. Sam H falling low, and they've got him. With the chase down for the snowball, they will punish the bat. But at the same time, Phantasm is used.
Still doesn't want to die, though.
Yeah, sure. A little bit costly.
Raven is smoke top. They're looking for some type of aggressive play here with him. So he's got those phase boots. He is quite strong at the moment. Looking for Rappy. Closes the gap. Gets the current proc.
Trying to run. And that...
Oh, the shard!
That shard! Jules, he's been killing it this series on Tusk.
Commend this man.
Look at that.
Part of all 8 kills, saving the teammates, getting... He's just doing everything here for this team.
What a block. What a block indeed from that angle as well. Perfectly hooking him into the tree.
Dire's top
so TNC trying to take advantage of this. This is just like... I feel like I see Raven do this every game. He leaves his safe lane so early, puts pressure onto the enemy tower, the enemy safe lane tower, and they give Tims the safe lane to get that Blink Dagger, to get his levels online, especially when he has a bit of a rough start.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Not that natural tower hitter. He terribly in the last situation, but still should eventually be able to bring this one down. And now they know the Winter Wyvern's up here. They might actually just go for the dive. Sam H does not have Firefly available. They are hunting for him.
Dire's top
Jesse in trouble. He's trying to fly himself away. 1437 for the wraparound. Can't actually get in on that point, so Jesse's actually going to be fine. TNC unable to find the catch. They do get the tower though, so the objective still successful for the team. He is still searching here, Sam. With his eyes on Rappy. No point in the lasso though. So we'll just be able to give him a bit of a rundown, and that will be that. Rappy survives. The Yusa looking very farm though, same to be said for the Razor, CK and Storm, as they are close behind.
Cuckoo's gonna rush that Aghanims. Just Mask of Madness into Ags, it looks like on Dusa, to counteract that CK.
I mean, it is super good. Yeah, any sort of push for the Phantasm just comes to an end.
Yeah, just instantly kills him.
I don't know how you even fight around that. How do you play CK against a Medusa?
Wait till the snake is used. You have to go Blink Dagger pretty much.
Yeah.
Blink Echo Saber, you have to just get on top of her and burst her before it comes out. Extremely difficult though. Bottom lane. And now Tims was down here alone. Jules was trying to make an aggressive move with the CK. They're trying to find here something here to punish.
Dire's middle tower.
The Jaws and X-Track might go for this. See how they can react. They get a quick crush. X-Track still finds the stun. They're going in underneath the tower that they have to back off Happy Feet as Raven ready with the chase down. Strong static link onto X-Track. Oh, the cold embrace is there though. Save comes out from the Wyvern. And Happy Feet will lose no one for now. They'll keep each other alive.
Bloodlusted Razor with Drum of Endurance. Pretty terrifying when he starts running at you.
Jules still playing around trying for a grab.
TNC's getting trades out of this. Cuckoo's taking the mid tower. He's very low on mana. He's coming out from Ben-Hur to defend that one. He's got 6 charges on Cuckoo though. But his mana got burned down. Doesn't have mana.
This is a spot with an Arcane Rune and a Kai. He could really play around with it. Bottom lane, they've got 1437. And moving in for more though. Happy Feet, can they get anything? 2-man crush comes through. Cold Embrace there again from Jesse Bash. Keeping Rag alive, allowing him to get the follow-up rip into the duel as well. Sets up for the double kill. They do end up losing the Legion. Rag in trouble. Corrosive Haze is out. They found the crush. Can he keep himself alive with some armlet toggling? He can't. He's down. That's cost them 2, maybe even more. They still continue to chase. Goes for the shards, but it is going to lock Tim's in there with the tusk. So Tim's able to get the tusk. It's a double kill for Tim's.
He's got the blink. That's a very early timing for the Slardar blink. 13 minutes. He was giving the bottom lane safe for a while here, but it's MH now. We'll play with his life, defend her. Bye-bye.
Power of the fire.
He does pick up the blink dagger on Sam H as well. So double blinks coming out for TNC at a pretty good timing here, so we will see them ramp up. They probably will go for a smoke maneuver right away when they respawn to look for at least one of the core heroes. Cuckoo starting to farm up the enemy Ancients in a very aggressive position with that war vision that he does have.
Selfish.
He's getting away with it.
Blink also finished up on Rappy, so they do have that pick off on the other side for Happy Feet.
Jules trying to play around with Cuckoo. Trap him a little bit momentarily with the shards.
Unable to get aggressive without Stormer, lead commander there though.
Radiant's bottom tower is
out.
being
It did
attacked.
catch some of them, but oh no. Cold embrace from Chesty Vash is there, buying time for Jules, but this is going to mean a big build-up with the static link. That's for sure. He rolls in. Raven's giving them an insane amount of damage. That'll be kind of turn against his teammates. The 1-4-3-7 falls low. Tusk is down. They have lost Slardar in return as Ben-Hur did find the pickoff. Rappy in the middle of it all came too close to the Razor though, with the amount of damage Raven has stolen. You do not want to come near this electrical man.
Yeah. Even though it's 7-13, TNC are leading the board, just getting a bit more out of the map. This flash farming Dusa, always able to take Ancients. Pulling ahead a bit faster. And Happy Feet can. And that Aghanims is going to come out extremely early.
This juice is a huge worry. Without shadow of a doubt, that is the hero that's going to cause the big issues as this game goes on for Happy Feet.
Mid lane, 1-4-3-7. Ben-Hur gets the far jump, gets the static ribbon up before the stun too, and he jips away perfectly fine. The Kaya putting in work. Ben-Hur really been stepping it up the last 2 games. His Queen performance and now the Storm.
Yeah.
5-0 and 3.
I mean, even in game 1 as well, where he got, he absolutely shut down at the start. He made a good comeback towards the end. Sure, they lost the game, but it was not bad play from them, man. Happy Feet have been doing a lot of the right things. Can they get the Roshan there? That's the question. TNC are into the pit. They're doing it with Corrosive Haze. Let's see if Happy Feet are aware of this. They are heading over.
There's a Storm Spirit on the other team. They have to be very careful.
Yeah, they do. TNC is still at half health. But Ben-Hur, he's ready to kick it off. He goes into the midst of it all. Goes straight back out, able to grab the Vortex onto Tim's. Tim's pulling out a massive nuke coming out there from the Legion Commander, catching 3 heroes into the duel. And TNC have lost 3. The attempt on Roshan there, highly questionable, as Happy Feet are easily able to punish. TNC did not have the damage, the means to take it down as quick as they would hope for. Sure, Mask of Madness, Medusa and Corrosive Haze is something, but it's not enough to take it down without at least trying to take a member of Happy Feet off. Happy Feet had the full lineup alive. Yeah. As you said, they had the Storm ready. Easy to get in, get the vision, get the information, and now it's Happy Feet taking the Aegis for themselves.
It's really good that Happy Feet noticed that. I mean, I think that was a very crazy decision by TNC. Like, you're playing versus Winter, Wyvern, and Storm. Wyvern is one of the kings. He didn't even have his ultimate needed to be used there. He just threw a couple Splinters Blast, but the Shard Vision,
look at the damage
Storm jumping in.
by the Legion as well. I think Rappy hits 3 heroes here.
Yep, boom.
And then suddenly the fight is over. Too much damage is done.
Rush actually got him with the...
That's something, I guess. But still.
Look at that decline,
that's the turnaround.
Look at the experience, too. I mean, it looks a little bit more ridiculous because of the graph, but it is only a 3k swing. But that's a big pickup there for Happy Feet. But yeah, TNC getting a little bit ahead of themselves there, trying to go for that without even all 5 members up, without everybody bloodlusted. They do not have the damage for that move by any means. Once they get a couple more levels up in the Corrosive phase, the next point is a good one. Mid lane, Cuckoo again, Ben-Hur looking for the solo
Look
kill.
how much work Ben-Hur's doing with that mana that he gets from the kites. Bursting, draining all the mana of the Medusa through the mana shield.
A soldier's fortune.
16 for 8. Double the kills, but net worth still favoring that at TNC. The farm a little bit better for the Medusa.
Happy Feet,
they're hunting.
Oh, quick blink out by Sammy.
And that will save him.
They threw the scan down there too. They knew that he was there before he shot the flame. It will turn into a tower push for Happy Feet.
Radiant have
So they're not too disappointed with that one. They ideally wanted to kill with the smoke, but objective's an objective.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Lane, Legion Commander porting in, stopping the push from Raven. Aghanim is complete after
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
They are TPing and they want to fight down here.
Radiant's bottom tower is demolished.
Only 2 heroes.
I was gonna say, they're going to want to turn this. I mean, they go with the Phantasm.
The Snake does not bounce to the illusions, but now Stone Gate.
Oh yeah, but the Stone Gate's back away. Winter's Curse holding her in place. And the Phantasm illusions will burn to the Stone Gates. They start to chase. TNC can't really get the jump though. Happy Feet losing nothing there. Getting the tower. Bloodstone now complete for Ben-Hur.
That's 19 minutes. Kaya treads. Bloodstone even has the Aegis on top too. He can start making some very aggressive plays to look for the Bat Rider or the supports from the side of TNC. And just like we said, the CK, the next build will be, after that Armlet Echo Saber, will be the Blink Dagger into the heart, so that he can close the gap onto that Dusa. Try to avoid those Mystic Snake with his illusions with that Blink into Reality Rift play. Bit of a farm game will commence.
I mean, if it does sort of go that way, as it goes later.
Come over here.
I mean, he is slippery. I mean, as you mentioned, that the stuns that they do have, they're not instant ones.
Yeah. I think they're going to itemize
dodgeable ones,
to be able to work for that, though. Like we said, maybe the Atos for the bat. I mean, he's still got the double bracers. He hasn't queued it up yet. I'm not ever really crazy about it, but that little disable can help them a bit. As the game goes later, though, the thing is, you know, it's Medusa versus CK, so it makes it really tough.
Bit of a pick here. They find the Tusk sitting in the sidelines. He gets the snowball out, but he'll certainly be going down nonetheless. That's going to be 1 kill. Ben-Hur zipping into the midst of it all, trying to turn things around. They do have the duel. They're going in for the kill. Can they quite get it? There's going to be a buyback from the Tusk. They want to commit for this fight. Cuckoo gets the Stone Gaze elf, but they've lost the Bat Rider. Happy Feet, they've lost 2. Double kill for Cuckoo. Storm is down. Jesse Vash saving himself with the Cold Embrace. They're trying to bring back in Raven, but Raven, he's pretty damn beefy with the Eye of the Storm out, taking them out. Ben-Hur will clean up the Medusa. Raven's deep, gets punished. TNC, they may have got the kills, but with a return play from Happy Feet, they get shut down. Double kill for Ben-Hur. TNC losing the Medusa and the Razor.
That Aegis coming into big play there. As I was saying, the CK, it gets completely countered by the Medusa, but the fact that this Storm is having such a solid game might be enough for them to be able to take this into the later stages. They have to be at a bit of a gold advantage over Medusa.
Ben-Hur up to juicy 17 Bloodstone charges as he's starting to build them up, going for the Orchid next, of course. Will be leading with a Fire Blast, trying to go for him. Very hard to catch. Ooh, they're still attempting. Lasto's back up him.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
20-11 now. Happy Feet with the kill lead. And now slightly, it keeps going in between. It's so close between these two teams. They are certainly proven to be a perfect match for this type of game.
Jules again, consistently being at that top 15, or involved in 16 of the 20 kills. He's really, again, just having a spectacular performance on the Tusk. But it's mostly Ben-Hur, the two cores from the side of Happy Feet. 7-1 and 7 on CK, and Ben-Hur 8-0 and 5, able to take advantage of having this level 20 and 17 Blood Zone charges so early on the Storm Spirit.
Let's clean up these ancients. Track continuing to farm. Just seeing though, both of them Raven unable to keep up with the net worth of the Storm and
Dire's middle
Medusa.
tower taking damage.
Damage to be expected out from the nature of the heroes.
Yeah, the Medusa just having so many Ancients stacked,
Yeah.
constantly being able to take the enemy Ancients as well. I've seen Cuckoo take this Ancient camp from Happy Feet. I think this is like the 6th or 7th time he's just walked up there and done that. And he will queue up the Lincolns next, be able to block that duel, be able to block the initiations coming out from Happy
Radiant's
Feet.
top tower is being attacked.
Very close game though. CK has changed the item build up a bit. Going to be actually going for an S and Y, some movement speed and stats. Be able to not just break the link, but also just get himself a little bit beefier. I think he still does need the Blink Dagger though, eventually, to deal with that Medusa. And the fact that he just one-shots all the Phantasm is such a problem. And he's actually queued up a BKB next, so it looks like he's prioritizing dealing with the other heroes, but still will be a problem. TNC smoke. They've got the Lincolns on Dusa, Sam H, ready to initiate.
They find the jump, that's the question. They're leading in from the back, they get in, they get the last one onto the CKs anyway. So the Happy Feet can save that CK. It doesn't look like it. They've got the Cold Embrace buying some time for him. Cuckoo trying to move forward. Ben-Hur zips in, shards come out onto Cuckoo. The Stone Gun he's now wearing out, but Extract falls too low. He's down, and so Chesty Vash. TNC, they've got the crush onto the Tusk as well, taking down a third, and they'll chase down for more, looking for Rappy. The defense that TNC needed there by the Tier 2 tower, coming in hard and cutting down 4 heroes of Happy Feet.
Fortune.
Perfect lasso.
Yeah.
Into the
What a
Stone
way to
Gaze.
start.
And this is what we were talking about is, you know, it's pretty much just going to be Storm versus the world because of just how hard countered CK is. It's not just the Dusa. If he gets Cold Embraced up, you see exactly what happens. Raven just closes the gap with statically. And I mean, this Razor is pretty massive. The Shiva's already negates a lot of that damage that Happy Feet does have, and 2k advantage now going for TNC. And again, look for Cuckoo farming the enemy Ancients all day.
I don't know, as we've been saying, it just feels like this game is impossible for the CK with the Shiva's Guard Razor, with the Aghanims Medusa. As you say, sure, he can get a blink, but even then, every time he turns up to the team fight, he just gets shredded and his illusions just melt.
It's just the absolute hard counter, the Dusa versus the CK. Storm going for a far zip here.
If Rappy can get a lockdown with the duel. Happy Feet down 2 on TNC, but Raven and Cuckoo still alive. And